Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a wonderful Wednesday night, and we are set and ready to go. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means AEW Dynamite is on tap tonight. We got a loaded show coming your way. Lots going on. Stack card, lots to talk about. Make sure you get in that chat, hit like and subscribe. And don't forget, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. It's going to be a fun one, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and it's Wednesday. You got Hump Day in the books. We're going to cap it off with a little bit of AEW Dynamite tonight. Should be a fun one. Stacked card ahead. Lots of good matches to get into. Hopefully, TK, Dynamite, AEW can deliver. We're looking forward to this one, but get in that chat. Remember, folks, we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anyone else out there, and we thank you for making us a part of your week. Good news is the weekend is almost upon us. Friday Junior tomorrow, Friday after that. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost there. But like I said, lots of wrestling to get into. Tonight, we're looking forward to a lot of things going on here with AEW, but I will take a second to remind everybody, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. The place to be is right here with the face that runs that place. But folks, it's going to be a fun one. Like I said, AEW's got a lot to talk about, some backstage stuff, some in-ring stuff. Tonight, we're looking forward to Strickland taking on Takeshita. The Young Bucks are taking on Private Party. Very interesting matchup. I think that one's a predictable one. We also have added Anna Jay, Willow Nightingale, Sky Blue, Chris Statlander, Fatal 4-Way, to become the number one contender to the AEW TBS Championship. And, of course, we got Shibata, everyone's favorite bun, taking on Will Ospreay. We're going to get into that one as well. I, once again, will say, I hope everyone out there is doing wonderful. And I will get to that chat and say hello. I see it filling up already. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Don't forget, we have the super chat and the super stickers if you feel like I'm not clicking on your messages. We try and click on as many as possible here, but it gets a little tricky sometimes. But what do you guys want to talk about? What's on your mind? Let's. I'm going to get to that chat in 2 seconds. But yeah, lots of news going on in the wrestling world. Dynamite's been up and down, very interesting. A lot of buzz about Dynamite as far as new faces, what's going to happen. Are you surprised that Mercedes Mone is involved in the TBS title picture right now? She will be on commentary tonight for that Fatal 4-Way. So very interesting choice by TK. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if it's going to pay off the way he's hoping. For as much as he is paying Sasha Banks, Mercedes Mone, I don't know. I was wondering if there was going to be a little bit more, but who knows? We will see. Time will tell. But let me say hello to some people as Anna's in the chat nice and early. Yes, March 27th is going to be a fun one. Wrestling World Podcast. Big shout out to Big Nick and Anthony. They will be back tomorrow with us for Impact. It's going to be a fun one. Of course, we got lots going on the Friday. The Tag Stream Champions will be back at it again. Looking forward to that one. Looking forward to Will Ospreay versus the man with the removable brain, Shibata. Oh, poor Shibata and his brain. I know we talk about it a lot. Good old Dave Meltzer. Always good for a nice chuckle. Always good for a laugh. So, yes, Damien, good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Anna again saying good afternoon. Nick reminding everybody, go check out our Discord. Go find us there. Lots of chat going on. I admit I ignore the Discord more than I should. But Big Nick, CJ Brand, Anthony, a bunch of people are in there saying hello. So go join them and make sure you don't miss out on anything going on here at the channel, plus all our socials as well. Looking forward to Will Ospreay and Shibata and Swerve Strickland and Takeshita. Listen, Strickland and Takeshita, as well as Osprey and Shibata, should be 2 banger matches. Strickland, Takeshita, I admit I'm looking forward to a little bit more. And maybe I'm a little more invested in the fact that I really, really like Takeshita and what he's doing. I think he needs a little more love. This is very interesting booking because if Takeshita loses again tonight, I don't know, man. But Osprey Shibata should be fun as well. Of course, Shibata coming off a win, but he recently lost to Brian Danielson. So we will see. We will see how that works, Damien. Good to see you. AJ, good to see you. Finally, pro wrestling this week. Funny guy. Roddy, what's up? What's up? Bueller's in the house. That is for you. Joe, how you doing? I'm looking forward to that too. There, Joe, looking forward to some stuff as well. Baby Man Gaming, good to see you. Good to see you. Feel like it's been a hot minute, sir. Welcome on back. TK announced Double or Nothing in Las Vegas, May 26th. This did come out today. Big news. I'm looking forward to this one. I love Vegas, and Double or Nothing going back to Vegas, May 26th. So April 21st, we have Dynasty. A few weeks later, we're gonna have Double or Nothing in Vegas. So we'll see. I mean, this will test Tony's booking. I know we criticize here and there, about Tony and his ability to put it all together. Now he's got to build, and maybe a shorter time span between pay-per-views actually helps Tony a little. Maybe it allows him to be a better booker because he can, book in 4-week blocks. I don't know. We can be optimistic though, can't we? The match I'm anticipating to watch is Swerve and Strickland and Takeshita. 100%. I'm with you, AJ. C Money's back at it. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mike Sharp and Doink. Let's go. Let's go. Eric Davison. Good to see you. What's up? Got Joe already. Another Eric in the house. How you doing? How you doing? Alex, what do you got for us? They decided to take my Aunt Dana off auction. It's a matter of time. Listen, thoughts and prayers completely. I don't know. Maybe I'm revealing too much here, but maybe it's just I'm in the fields and I'm alone. I recently lost somebody, and I have somebody right now currently in the hospital trying to recover. So yeah, thoughts and prayers, Alex. I hope. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's the hardest thing to comprehend. But T's and P's to you and all your family. And like I said, I get it. I can relate. I'm going through very similar. So my shout out to you and all your peeps. What's up, Matthew? How you doing? How you doing? Best Friends versus Undisputed Kingdom AEW Tag Team Tournament. Yeah, so the tournament continues. We've already moved into so we did the wild cards already. The House of Black got eliminated by the Infantry, I believe. That happened. So yeah, we're gonna see one side of things with Private Party. Now remember, Private Party and the Young Bucks, this is a rematch from that initial tag tournament that we had back in the day when AEW first started. And this is very much, it'll be interesting because I fully expect the Young Bucks to win. But remember what happened way back when. It was supposed to be a launching pad for Private Party. They get this huge upset win over the Bucks. Nobody expected it. And yeah, we kind of saw how that all worked out. But unfortunately, we'll see how tonight goes. Hey, KJ, did you see the show announcement by WWE Speed? Yeah, we've talked about Speed before. A very interesting concept made for social media. Was it 5-minute increments? So 5-minute matches, and they're just filming a bunch as part of either dark matches on Raw or SmackDown. And yeah, they're loading it up. So this has been in talks for quite a while. Be very good to see that. Hey KJ, what's up, Richard? How you doing? How you doing? I think I already said hi to you though. Why do you think the rankings returned? Doesn't think Impact Anna Jay, who is #1 contender? Well, here's the thing. We've talked a lot about the rankings. The rankings that quietly went away, we thought that was a good thing. We were pretty happy about it. We were pretty content with the idea that just let them go away. Then Tony brought him back. I think this is an example for me of the stubbornness of Tony Khan. I don't think Tony Khan at times listens to the fans, which is ironic because when he came into all of this, it was all about, I'm going to be the company that listens to the people. I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to push the right people. If people get over, I'm going to support that. And it's kind of gone out the window. And this ranking system to me is part of it. Even the diehardest of diehards out there, the real intense skid marks that really think everything that AEW does is wonderful, the ranking system doesn't work. And as you get later in the year, it will continue to fall apart. So it seemed like it goes away when Tony's just trying to book random shit, and then he'll bring it back to try and justify booking. Just let it go. I think this is one of those things, Tony, just let it go. It doesn't work. You have to manipulate. We saw it with the Young Bucks. They wanted the Young Bucks to be number one contenders for the tag titles. So they picked up 2 shitty wins on Collision and Rampage or whatever. And now they're, number one contenders because the rankings said so. They got 2 wins. Yeah, early in the year, January, February, March, fine. When you're trying to combat 2-0, 3-0, whatever. But as we get late in the year, how do you, if you're just on the come up, or if you're returning from MJF comes back from injury, does he have to get to a record of 12-2, 12-1, 15? How many wins does he need before he's ranked in a position that he can challenge? Some people are going to say, well, he's got an automatic one. But hypothetically, what are you thinking? Let it go. Let it go. See Money, good to see you. I think I already said that. Gamer, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing, buddy? Hope you are well. Daniel's in the house. Good to see you, Daniel. Yes, I'm surprised what they are doing with Mercedes Mone right now. Yeah, I will put this out to the chat. We got almost 60 people here already. What do you think of Mercedes' initial launch here? We did big business. We got her in the door. Didn't seem to really impact the numbers or move a whole lot of ratings, at least. Last week, she does a promo. This week, she's on commentary, but she's very much involved in the TBS title picture. I'm shocked. If you bring this woman in and you make it knowledge that, she's one of, if not the highest paid woman in the history of pro wrestling, why is she not at the top of the card? Why is she not top of the food chain? Some people are, you got to work to that. No, not when you bring in a superstar. If you bring in a name, it's a marquee name. It's like trading for a superstar and putting them on your bench or putting them on your third line or not putting them in at all. You got to put them in where they fit in. And if she's this big deal that's going to be the face of AEW, according to Tony Khan, then why is she fucking around with the TBS belt? Why is she playing with Bibbins and Willow? I know there's history with her and Willow, but if Mercedes goes off and wins the world title, Willow can show up and have that conversation. There's ways to get there. I don't love the booking. I don't love the setup here. And again, as a fan of AEW, I want to see what's best for AEW. I want to see AEW do good things, and minimizing the stars you're bringing in doesn't help. Okada with the Young Bucks might be another example of not helping. I don't know. I really don't. It's a tough one. What's going on? Scott, how you doing? How you doing? Remember, get a t-shirt like Scott did. Beautiful avatar. I love it. Osprey is the only new signing in a while that has impressed me. Osprey's been outstanding. And again, the hype coming in behind Osprey, we all knew what it was, and it's lived up to the hype. I give him full marks. I give him full credit. Osprey is a talent. He stands out. He's got natural charisma. He's got energy. He can bang in the ring. I hope that they don't burn him out. And I don't mean physically burn him out, which is possible, but I mean with the fans, because it's happened. It doesn't matter who it is. If you continually put Osprey week in and week out, match in and match out, just one-off matches with no real reason, no real angle, will we get tired of it? Now, the argument's going to come back that, well, he's going to take on Danielson. But it is still kind of a cold build. It is still kind of a cold matchup. And again, they're probably going to kill it. But I need to see it. What's up? You surprised that Bray Wyatt is indeed not being inducted this year? Richard, great question. I see that. I think we're on go time. So I might have to get back to that as I got pyro, folks. So I will let everyone out there know that we have kicked off. We are rolling. Dynamite is upon us. I will get to more of the comments, but I see Brother Fluff Salisbury. Andy's with us. Smile Mark as always. Richard Jr. always good for a chuckle. Michael Spikes, good to see you. TJ Keyshawn, Roddy, Jay Ferreira. Hey, yo, how you doing? Mega's back with us. What's up? What's up? Good to see you. I will try and circle back to some of these comments as we are opening the show with William Ospreay. What's up, JJ Walker? What's JJ Walker say? Is it Dynamite? Playing with me. Hope you're doing well. Let's get ready for Dynamite. I can't wait. Lots of action, lots of things going on. I'm a little surprised. I mean, I guess you could do Swerve and Takeshita as the main event tonight. So nice bookends to the show, I would say. If you're opening with Osprey, Shibata, and closing with Swerve and Takeshita, I mean, again, now we just got to put the meat to the sandwich, but the bread's looking pretty solid right now. Good evening, Brandon. Good to see you. Brandon Barnes, good to see you. What's up? What's up? What's up? I like the entrance. I like the music. Again, Osprey's a star. He knows how to work the crowd. I might have made that up. I'm not going to lie. I wonder why Roderick isn't wrestling lately, or at least opponent lining up for him. Again, this is the thing, right? Roderick wins that belt. Now, remember when OC was champion, we saw him all the time. We're still seeing him all the time. Roddy should kind of continue that pattern. Maybe not every week, but a lot of Roddy matches. I believe they're setting up him and Kyle, but you want to keep him relevant. He's now a title holder. And here comes Shibata. Shabooby. T's and P's, fam. Thumbs up. Loving it. Make sure you hit that like button, folks. Give that algorithm a little rub, a little massage. Let it know we're here. What's up? What's up? Mercedes Mone died 6,000 wigs and never drew a dime, my Graham. Fair enough. Fair enough. I like it. They're saying Mercedes for Dynasty is my guess, but her talking so much is a bad idea. It's showing her weakness too often that her promos aren't great. Now, I will take a prediction. Who are you taking? Are you taking Osprey or Shibata? And I agree. And this is the one thing I said. Sasha Banks go back to WWE for less money and kind of play her role and do well. She'll be in angles and such with the likes of Naomi and Bayley and Charlotte when she's healthy. And that helps her. Coming to AEW and taking the bigger bank and setting out on your own the way she is. Now the question becomes, well, can you do it? Are you the superstar you say you are? This is either going to make her into a gigantic star, or it's going to prove she's not all that she thinks she is. I'll let you guys decide how that works out. Osprey for the win. You go from, yeah, right? You should have opened with Shibata. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? How you doing? Will Osprey for the win. Osprey for the win. Osprey. What up? No House of Black in the tournament. The tournament not legit. House of Black didn't make it. Yeah, ironically, I think it's terrible. I think it's misusing very talented people. I think a lot of us are anticipating and looking forward to members, at least, of the House of Black returning to the WWE. And if the WWE could get their hands on Brody King, sign me up. Let's see if Okada can impress today. We'll see. Mercedes Mone will be on commentary for the Fatal 4-Way, the TBS. Yes, 100% smile mark. Very interesting. We'll see how she does on commentary tonight. We'll see how this plays into the whole storyline. Does she get involved? Does something happen? Again, if you haven't loved what Mercedes Mone has been giving us to this point, we'll see. Tonight's the night. We'll see what happens. Cool storyline. Evil Boss, Tony Khan, Mr. Khan. See Mercedes Mone and the EVPs and the Young Buck Okada all running AEW roughshod. Again, it's when you sit down to plan out a storyline or an angle, you have to ask yourself, does this make sense? Does it fit? As both men are kicking off right now, head scissors by Osprey. You got to ask yourself, does it make sense? Does it fit? And that's what you see the Young Bucks doing whatever they want. They even showed them last week sitting next to Tony Khan. So the question becomes, does Tony Khan have no authority? Because they're EVPs, are they allowed to do whatever they want? Does that work? Does that make sense? Should there be somebody of authority kind of combating this rebellious unit? Yo. As, by the way, we are in beautiful Quebec City tonight. They have Mercedes involved in what seems to be the beginning, like a beginning feud. So at least that's happening. but it's still a yawn fest. Again, I think if you bring in somebody marquee, if you bring in somebody and you're going to pay them top damn dollar, why would you not put them in the most prominent spot possible? Again, it's not a match with Willow. Yes, the internet nerds are going to be like, oh, that's amazing. She hurt herself against Willow in New Japan. But Willow's not a big star. The only one that benefits from that might be Willow. Big. Down goes Shibata. The crowd's cheering. And Osprey on fire. Let's go. Undisputed Kingdom was not built up whatsoever. Nope, not even the least. Well, they were kind of built up. The whole devil idea was built up if you just kept playing with it. But there seemed to be no plan after World's End. Oh, it's Adam Cole. Bye. I have no idea why. And again, if you try and reignite this whole Adam Cole MJF feud, just boom, it's not the best look. Right now, the Undisputed Kingdom should be out there kicking people's heads in. They should be kicking ass, taking names. They should be dominating. I know Adam Cole's in a wheelchair, but you still have 3 other members, and you just buried the hell out of fucking Wardlow. There's Osprey up and over to the outside. The last time Will Osprey and Shibata was 2017. Facts. And Shibata got the win, I believe, Damien. Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe Shibata got that W. It feels like Julia and the House of Black are separate pieces now, similar to Rhea and the Judgment Day, but I feel like House of Black have been an afterthought after lower mid-card guys. At least JD are tag team champs, 100%. They definitely feel separate. There's no cohesion there at all. It's kind of like the BCC felt for a long time, where they weren't gelling. They weren't doing anything together. Occasionally you would see like Claudio with Yuta or Claudio with Mox, but then, it's again, there's just a lack of consistency. As Shibata is just walking down Osprey, throwing forearms to no avail, and then eating a suplex on the floor. Undisputed Kingdom got that one. Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce que fuck? No, never mind. What's WWE Speed? WWE introduced a new championship. That's breaking news. Did they actually introduce a new championship? I have not seen that, my friend. WWE brand new belt. Oh, so there will be a champion for Speed. Speed will feature wrestlers going head-to-head in 3-minute matches with brand new prize on the line. There will be a WWE Speed Championship with the inaugural winner being determined via tournament, of course. Like no other, where every match is a finale and every second could define your superstar legacy. There you go. WrestleMania 40 week. Next Wednesday, April 3rd, exclusively on Twitter. There you go, folks. You heard it here second. But yeah, thank you, Damien. So yes, WWE Speed debuts next week, and we'll have a champion, which we'll now have a tournament to decide who is the first ever WWE Speed champion, which sounds interesting. Osprey throwing chops. Shibata holding his brain in place. Wow. Huge suplex. Is Penelope Ford hurt or something? She hasn't been on AEW TV for months. I have no idea. Kip's been gone. Penelope's been gone. I know Bunny's no longer with the company. Again, a good example of wrestlers. Tony Khan has so many wrestlers on his roster that are just floating in the ether. Like they are in the black hole of Tonydom. And yeah, we don't see them. They don't get booked. Like, well, we saw we just got Butcher in Toronto. Big pop. People were happy to see him close to home. Comes out. First time we've seen him in a while. Takes an L. That's how we roll. WWE Speed is purely Twitter. I doubt that the belt is held on TV. Yeah, I mean, I could see them maybe referencing it or having the Speed. This sounds so weird to say, the Speed champion. The Speed champion show up and at least acknowledge them. But yeah, it will strictly be Twitter. How many matches are announced for next week's Raw so far? 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. That stream has already been posted. What do we got next week? The New Day taking on DIY. Oh no, the New Day and DIY taking on Judgment Day in an 8-man tag match. That's all I know so far. Tonight, AEW Dynamite takes place in Quebec City, Canada. Yes, it does. The beautiful city of Quebec. Let's go, AEW. AEW, let's go, let's go. All right, Robert, good to see you. Scott, good to see you as always. Wardlow should have won against Joe. No, I disagree. Wardlow should have not been booked against Joe at this time. You just established him as the heavy for a group. Him stepping out for that match with no help, no assistance. We get Adam Cole that drops a pre-tape saying, I'm disappointed. But where was his backup? Where was his friends? I don't know. But Wardlow should have stuck to just being the muscle for Adam Cole. And the Undisputed Kingdom should be out here dominating people. They should be out here running amok, causing trouble, taking out baby faces. So eventually if MJF's ready to come back, it's we need a savior. What are we going to do? These guys have been causing so much trouble. And then the music hits. That's how I would do it. But for anyone wondering, we are in picture right now. So get in there. Let me know what you're thinking as I will catch up. I'm going to quickly remind everybody we are back tomorrow for TNA Impact. Friday, we got the doubleheader, maybe a triple header. I don't know yet. Saturday, we're here as well. Then all week long, we will be in WrestleMania week when we flip to next week. It's going to be a fun one. We got the Bloodsport stream up. We will be live Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. to bring you Josh Burnett's Bloodsport featuring Shayna Baszler. So we're looking forward to that one. If the belt looks good, I'm going to buy it. So that's fun. Well, we'll have to get Nick's 2 cents on what the new belt looks like. What's up, Clay? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, Clay. Clay, sorry about the circumstance with the cable. I've noticed that you've mentioned that several times. That's why we're here, my guy. We'll keep you up to date on everything. So hopefully you can see WrestleMania 40. But if you can't catch the wrestling, you came to the right place, sir. And yes, I mean, thank you. I feel like the tag tournament should have been postponed to fit Mox and Claudio. Them not being in the tournament despite beating FTR makes the tournament feel unfinished. Yeah, maybe. I honestly feel this way. If you guys want to know how I truly feel, as we are back from picture in picture, Shibata is all over Osprey at the moment, except Osprey jumps the guardrail. Throws the padding and a forearm. I don't think Sting and Darby should have been champions. Ricky Starks and Big Bill were doing just fine. The Sting's retirement match didn't need the title belts. He didn't need to retire a tag champion. He wasn't exactly known for being a tag team specialist. Yes, back in the day, he was in a couple of them. But at the end of it all, he didn't need the tag titles. It was his retirement match. You could have had a tag team match worth quality with Big Bill and Starks, who we haven't seen, by the way. Has anybody seen Starks and Bill since they lost their belts? Not really. So, yeah, this tournament to me was unnecessary, but I truly believe the conversation backstage, and remember, I'm just making this shit up, but I believe that the conversation backstage was very straightforward. You guys do the job for Sting, and we will give you the titles in the tournament. And I fully expect the Young Bucks to win the tag team tournament. Okada already took out Eddie Kingston and got a belt. I expect all 3 of them to have belts very soon. And Shibata just lays out Ospreay. When the wheelchair thing with Adam Cole is too much. It's getting there. I mean, I like the pre-tapes that they're doing instead. Because you can still be a diva. It almost makes it worse because you can't get a hold of him and beat the shit out of him because he's in a wheelchair. So he can be a dick and then stand behind his guys that have to do the fighting for him. They could be doing that, but they're not. That's a count out. Yeah, no such thing, Scott. Shibata throwing punches in the corner. I bet Macho Man could do more speed. Well, we'll leave that in the T's and P's category. He should be champ. Who should be champ? WWE Speed makes no sense because 3-minute matches, come on. Why doesn't it make sense? It's a little silly thing for Twitter. Like, it is what it is. You're going to get quick 3-minute matches. Have fun with it. Who cares? Osprey for the win, says Danny. Good to see too many tournaments in AEW. Too many tournaments in wrestling. Right now, Shibata gets a 2 count. Osprey channeled his AJ Styles coming in off the guardrail with the phenomenal forearm. Yeah, it looked that way for sure. Are you guys going to watch the NXT pay-per-view next Saturday? Yes, Adam, we will be here all day next Saturday from 11:30 a.m. until the wrestling stops that night. 10 plus hours live. It will be our Mania marathon. We will not go home. We have some games and activities planned. You have a chance to win some swag. We're going to be here from the minute we wake up to the minute we go to bed, pretty much. So tune in for that. It all starts on Thursday for us, but Thursday, Friday, we're having a mega stream because there's a bunch of shows. Saturday, we're here for 10 plus hours. Sunday, we're here for 6 plus hours. Again, we are the channel that covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. If the belt looks like it belongs on a toy shelf, Nick will love it. I'll leave that for him to defend one day. Oh, did TK book Sting like a Marq? Imagine my surprise. Oh, we had a bit of a, okay. We got a bit of a sloppy move there, but it worked out. Shibata ducked and turned it into a submission, even though there was a bit of a slip up. Ricky and Bill will be back on Collision. I like Ricky and Bill a lot, and I'm looking forward to Ricky being in WWE. Getting Bill back to the WWE would be cool. But yeah, I mean, I think they deserved better. They just kind of got taken out by Sting and Darby and then forgotten about. And it's unfortunate. The tag team division in AEW has been very non-existent. Tony has made me hate tournaments. Tournaments and belts. So sick of belts. Sorry, Boston. The better route with Wardlow was having him win several matches, get a match with Joe, dominate him, and then when Joe is down, he looks at Cole, say not for you, and walks out and loses the match. Fair enough. I mean, okay, not a bad take. I just think that if he was going to be, I just think he should be running amok. I think he should be mixing it up. I think he should be helping Roddy win. I think he should be helping Taven and Bennett win. I think Taven and Bennett need to be booked more. The Undisputed Kingdom is garbage. And in addition to that, the Bullet Club Gold has been garbage. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. Too many tournaments. I agree. Osprey got that one. I should be champ. There you go. Should there be a tournament for possession of Shibata's brain? I think he's got it. He wants to keep it. He took it out for a clean, put it back in. He's good to go. Now we're exchanging forearms again. Not a bad match. Not a bad match. I do wonder where Bunny pops up. NXT could use a veteran. I like Bunny going back to TNA. The only problem is they killed her. Now they've worked that out before, i.e. Eric Young. A little bit of an applause from the crowd. Both men down. This isn't exactly Osprey versus Fletcher, but it's been pretty good. Big jump up in Seguri off the nip up. K Diggs, welcome, welcome, welcome. Have there been any countouts in AEW? I think there's been like 1 or 2, and it always shocks us when it happens. Always. And the 3-minute matches could be point-based, similar to the UFC fight, and you can win by pin or submission. But if it goes to time, it comes down to a point system or the judge. Yeah, and again, I'm not going to overthink it, overanalyze it. I know people want to be like, oh, that's kind of instantly go to the idea of like, that's silly. But I think overall, I think at the end of the day, you have something fun. They're doing it strictly for Twitter. Not a big deal, a little more content. And that's what they want to create, content. They want more and more eyes. They know where the fan base or parts of the fan base are, and they're going to go find them. It should be fun. Shibata goes through the ropes, eats another kick. Osprey going for the springboard. Springboard drop kick on Shibata. Wow, Shibata kicks out at 1, powers up, big clothesline. Holy shit. The ox cutter. Who cares? Both men clothesline. Both men clothesline. Big kick. Here we go. Shibata's offense is 90% forearms and to the head of the opponent. Shibata's defense is 90% just standing there. Oh, hidden blade. And a 2 count. Kenta versus Gringo Loco. Define Wrestling. That's going to be good on the collective. Should be fun one. Big fan of Gringo Loco. Kenta's been in and out. I like Kenta a lot when he's working and clicking. Gringo's fun. This should be a decent match. And there you go, another hidden blade. And Shibata is no more. Your winner, Will Ospreay. Yeah, again, I think it's hard for me to get into certain matches because of that little detail. I do want them to sell something for me. Make it look like he hit an ox cutter, 1 count, bounces back up, no sells it. A decent match. Probably the weakest match of Will Ospreay's AEW career so far. Sup, AJ? How you doing? How you doing? Ospreay seems to be good, but this match is 2. Ospreay seems to be good, but this match is 2. Okay. Long. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Rude, but I accepted. There you go. There you go. I mean, it's easy to collect. It's a little easier to collect some belts if they don't have fucking 35 of them. A show of respect between Ospreay, Shibata raising the hand of Ospreay. Good win. Good, solid win. Like I said, it might be my least favorite Ospreay match so far, but Shibata's a different style character. They just got to sell a little bit more between you. If you're going to throw all those forearms, sell a couple, wobble a little, act like the man actually hit you in the face. But overall, decent match. Good energy to start the night. Ospreay's doing his thing, getting ready for Danielson. And speak of the devil, we go backstage, or we go to a pre-tape. They're saying the greatest technician ever. What's your thoughts on Adam Copeland Open Challenge for TNT Championship this Saturday? I like it. I'm okay with it. I mean, does this mean he's moving past Christian Cage? Probably. Let's go with that. I'm okay with that. I like the idea that, you know, if he's going to be the champion, having the open challenges are pretty good. My only concern is if you keep going 15 minutes with like Griff Garrison, we might have a problem. Dun, dun, dun. The count of a count out in WWE is 30 seconds, not 10. I thought it was 20. I thought it was the same as New Japan. But I don't even recall any counting. So, well, sometimes it's 90 seconds. I loved Ali in I think TNA. Yeah, Ali is a big fan. I actually have a shout out from Ali Catch. Big fan of hers. Yeah, Undead. Ali sounds good to me. Make it so number 1. Let's go. Shibata must have been trained by Mike Tyson. I have my doubts. So they're selling us on why Daniel Bryan is one of the all-time greats. Hype package for him. I like it. Just put Braun in there against anyone, and apparently you don't need 10 seconds. Yeah, Braun Breaker could be the first ever Speed champion and not break a minute. There you go. There you go. Let's be honest. The bunny needs to go to TNA. I'm with you 100%, Chair. She was good in TNA before. You got to bring her back to life. But, I mean, don't let that get in the way of some booking. Danny 1-0, 3-0. Yeah, jumping the gun, eh? 1-0, says Larry. All these no sells, man. Subtle differences. And again, selling can take a good match and make it a great match. When it just looks like two guys are going through like a practice round, like a little exhibition. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't move the audience. Right? If you're just, oh, look, punch. Oh, look, punch. But those punches don't look like they're shit. Again, it's lacking. It's an issue. If there's a count out in AEW, usually a double. Yes, facts. And we are here with the Spearmint Twins. The Young Bucks in the back with Renee. That smirk on his face. 1-0. I really don't even care what the fuck they're saying. So many no sells hurt this match, but it was good. But Shibata didn't sell many of those moves. Not many, not any, maybe a couple. Okay. They're going to restructure the elite. They wanted to retire Sting. They accomplished that goal. I don't care then. This. All right. 1-0. Not an AEW. Talk about your thoughts on Ridge Holland. We'll come back to that, Rocco. Late to the stream. How dare you? Don't appreciate the tardiness. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome. Show's been off to a decent start. Osprey taking on Shibata. Osprey gets the win. Young Bucks are now in the back cutting a promo, which is making my ears bleed. My freaking ears. I can't wait to see Young Bucks. Well, there you go. TNA needs the Bunny, Ali, and Tenille. I'm surprised Tenille hasn't gone anywhere yet, but I think she was enjoying being a newlywed. The audience loved it, KJ. Are you talking about the match? Meh. He's high. Are you talking about me? It's true. Do we, though? Do we? KJ, did you hear Jericho thinks having a pay-per-view on the Jericho Cruise would be a good... Of course he does. Why wouldn't you? If you were a businessman and that was your business, of course you do. And because it's Jericho, it wouldn't shock me if at some point we get it. Be Bash at the Beach 6. Young Bucks needs to win. They will win. They don't need to, but they will. Do you think we will see a return of United Empire for Forbidden Door? Maybe you can set something up. I love the United Empire. Like if Tony was going to bring in Ospreay, I'd be all for him bringing in TJP, bringing in. Well, he already has Fletcher. Who am I missing? Cobb. I'd be fucking thrilled with Cobb. You could really do something, but Tony struggled with factions. The Young Bucks have to get off my Yeah, they're just not good. And listen, I know some people out there, and if you disagree with me, I'm all ears. But the Young Bucks come off fake, phony, pretentious, and not in a good way. We don't. It's not like they're such bad guys. We don't like them. No, they're just douche rags that you don't give a fuck about. If you're not selling, then what are we doing here? The moves are supposed to have an impact and inflict pain. If you don't sell the move, then the move was ineffective and weak, and everybody does it. It's a problem. It really is a problem. And I'm all for it. Maybe it's the traditional side of me, man. But I like when it's a struggle. Like when you go to pull someone off the turnbuckle and they're grabbing at the turnbuckle, or you want to do a move and they're trying to like scratch and claw to prevent that move. I want it to feel like a fight. And again, maybe I'm just being picky, but to watch two men just throw fake arms at each other and neither one even blinks, it doesn't work. What did you think of the Buff Bagwell? By the way, we are in commercial break. We are rolling along. If you are just tuning in, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, be a part of all the shows, be a part of the family. Our Wrestling Utopia is growing by the minute. We just passed 4.1K. We're heading towards 5K. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. Get in that chat. Don't be shy. Don't be quiet. I liked it. I like all the dark sides. I mean, I enjoy as much wrestling content as I can get my hands on. But yeah, I mean, very interesting story. Crazy life for Buff. I learned some shit, which is always entertaining. Yeah, a great one. Not on AEW topic. Yeah, so Ridge. Listen, we were here last night. I do think it plays into a different storyline. Ultimately, I don't really think he retired. We kind of took the piss out of it the whole way through last night. I didn't really realize he was going to say what he said and said goodbye. Now, not a lot of people are heartbroken about it. We'll see. We'll see what they do. I don't know where this goes. If it's a chance to repackage and refigure out Ridge, who I think has hit a plateau that he can't get out of, yeah, then we'll go. There we go. The one in white is high. You mean KJ White? Oh. Now we got the red Ferrari pulling up. Sorry, I tried to bust out my work before streams. Oh, dude. Better late than never, my friend. We appreciate even 30 seconds of your time. And Okada. So the Bucks are in the building. They cut a promo about their match. And Okada shows up in a Ferrari later. Again, doesn't really strike like we are a faction. We are a group. People are going to say I'm being picky, but I'd like to see y'all hanging around. But here come the EVPs. Why is it a heel thing in AEW to give, like, if you're a bad guy or girl, you get like some type of piano classical entrance music, at least to start your entrance? We've seen it several times now. Don Callis is doing it. The EVPs are doing it. I mean, not a heel, but even Sasha did it. So, all right. Chair. Thank you, sir. We appreciate your kindness. Nice car, though. Absolutely. Cheers. Yes, a whole bunch of people from CMLL, and I'm not sure how this affected Tony's booking, but it might have helped because less luchas on the show that don't belong on the show is not a bad thing. So I think there was like 20 guys that had to go back. Damian Heater, I heard Santana turned down WWE. That's a bit of the rumor. He just did his interview with Chris Van Vliet. I recommend checking that out as the EVPs are sauntering to the ring. Tell everyone the great news about Double or Nothing says, there you go. So the Bucks letting Excalibur know. Interesting. Young Bucks are the most anti-charismatic tag team. Marshall, good to see you. They just don't work. They don't work because they're two assholes clowning. And that's the problem. So the Bucks finally get their win back over the Private Party after 5 years, long-term storytelling, and its finest by AEW. Yeah, kind of, right? But yeah, no, like I said, I honestly believe, I truly believe that the Young Bucks, part of them dropping the title or not winning the title at Revolution was to win this tournament here. So you can decide. Cobb was the masked monster of Lucha Underground. Mm-hmm. I miss Lucha Underground. Can we bring that back? I do live streams of Lucha Underground. Jeff Cobb and Brian Cage could be a dominant tag team. Yeah, Jeff Cobb. I'm a huge fan of Jeff Cobb. Young Bucks have the turn the channel. Yeah. They don't think so, though. Tony loves them. And again, there's fans out there that will tell you they're great, but they're fucking awful. Their matches aren't good. They're just not good. They're not good. I can't defend it any way, shape, or form. The Bucks and Jericho are the biggest shit factors of the entire company. You put Jericho on your TV, I don't want to watch it. By the way, Jericho has a proposition for Hook tonight, so we'll see how that goes. And we will see. Have you seen Private Party tryout? It's hilarious. I have not seen that. Interesting. Young Bucks are horrible, says Gordon. I'm with you, Gordy. Bucks will win. I'm with Danny. Bucks are going to win. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, I had to block somebody. That took a second. Why does everyone throw forearms? There's 100% thrown in every match. They are no sold and ineffective. They are wrestlers, but because they don't know how to punch. I've come to the conclusion that, and it's the UFC thing, like elbows and forearms hurt more, which granted, but again, harder to get off. But let me know who you're taking in the chat. Are you taking Private Party? Are you taking the Young Bucks? Oh, was there a blind tag there? We got a double pin attempt. 2 counts. Young Bucks came off as jobbers. They do. I do me Inc. What's up? What's up? What's up? I just logged off my app after Okada Ferrari. What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Young Bucks for the win. What's up, Jake, the aerial assassin? Good to see you. Bruins Lightning 1-1 at the end of second period. Not bad, not bad. Private Party for the win. Juan with the upset. All right. Young Bucks will win. Bucks will win. Private Party for the uppie. So last match, we had a spot in the corner where somebody went up over the guardrail. This match, we got a spot in the corner where somebody's going to go up over the guardrail. Two somebodies as we get the silly string into a DDT. Young Bucks definitely winning. Yeah, I'm with you. Nicholas getting punched in the face. Both men on the guardrail. This shall be interesting. Eye poke from Nicholas. What are the Street Profits doing here at AEW? Put some respect on the Profits. As we get a Falcon Arrow off the apron, or off the guardrail, ladies and gentlemen. Both men down. I got you. Uppy worked for me, Vance. I knew where you're going. Private Party should win, but will win not. Yeah, remember when Private Party came out and told a bunch of singles competitors that they were going to take over the AEW tag division? Wah, wah. Didn't happen. Private Party should win, but not. Got that one. Bucks are doing the same in ring, so why not? What did I miss? Antonio, thank you for being here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Lucha Underground was awesome. Was there for a lot of live shows. It was awesome. Oh, you went to a lot of live shows, Robert. That's amazing. Yeah, no, I was a big fan of Lucha Underground. It was just, again, it was kind of like, taking wrestling to the next degree. I was okay with it, especially in a time when all you had was the Fed, and the Fed sucked. As we go to pitcher and pitcher. All right. The Bucks are in control. Are the hardest done? Gordon, I think I may need you to elaborate on that. Did Buck steal from the closet of Chew? Don't wipe. Don't wipe. What am I missing? I'll leave that to you two. Bucks for the win. Bucks. I got you, Bash 8. Bucks for the win. You can see the tryout on YouTube, and they got their own vlog. There you go. There you go. There you go. Tony needs an actual booker. Socks. Listen, we've talked about this a lot. Tony Khan could use a booker. He's bringing in a lot of people to help. You see the improvements, the changes in the show. New set, new stage, new guardrails, new apron. They're trying to up their game. Some people have said they might be heading towards too much of WWE style, but I'll leave that for the fans to debate. But the booking is an issue. The problem is Tony Khan thinks he's doing great. Guys like Jericho think they're doing amazing shit. The Young Bucks think they're doing amazing shit. There are people in this company doing amazing shit, but they got to give up TV time to people that aren't. And again, Tony Khan has become the thing he hated the most. He has become Vince McMahon. I book the guys I like and fuck the rest of them. And that's what's happening. Tell me when I'm telling lies, people. Will Cody be at SmackDown? I imagine Cody's going to show up. I don't know for sure. They haven't advertised him for SmackDown. So we will see. I imagine there's got to be something. There's got to be something. You got to keep it going. What's Dark Side of the Ring, and where can I watch it? Does it still come on Vice? I just stream it, Lucas. Good to see you. Dark Side of the Ring is a documentary series about some of the darker stories of wrestling. They've had, what are we on? Season 5 of Dark Side? But I highly recommend it. It's worth a watch. Google that shit. Jericho and the Bucks are anchors around the company's neck, 100%. I always make this comparison, Chair, that it's like being a coach of a sports team. And if you're putting your weaker talent on the field or on the ice or on the court instead of your best talent, you're probably going to underachieve. And I think that what a lot has happened with a lot of these wrestlers, and people won't admit it yet, but you stay tuned. A few years from now, there will be reports about the locker room jealousy, the locker room politics, people being held down because guys like Jericho were insecure, guys like the Young Bucks were insecure. I don't know. Like the Young Bucks promised the best tag team division in the world when Dynamite first started all those years ago. We were getting really good tag team wrestling. We get 3-4 tag team matches in a show. Now the tag team division is a shit show, and the trios division is worse. These are street puppets. Street puppets. As we're back from picture in picture, got the cutter of the rope. The ref just pointing like a fucking air traffic controlman. Nice side effect, though. They're mentioning Matt Hardy. Ooh. Matt Hardy gets mentioned on Dynamite. Just saw the barricade Falcon Arrow. Pretty nice spot, Dale. Good to see you. Good to see you. Do you think the Hardy boys are done? I think so. Now, that doesn't mean they get to go free. Tony Khan can just keep paying them like he's doing with other people. We've already kind of established Tony Khan doesn't like confrontation, so he'll just stop texting people, like, ghost them like an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. And that's kind of his approach to management is like, I'll just give them checks until they run out. Are they done? Yeah, unless they demand to get out. I don't see them officially being out of their contracts. Matt Hardy's contract's supposed to be up any day now or anytime this month. Jeff, I think, has more time because he was away. Springboard, crossbody. Two count on Matthew. One day I would love to see Private Party versus Street Profits. That's like the Spider-Man meme, my guy. That's just like, hey, my money's on the Street Profits, though. Dawkins is an X Factor. Private Party versus the Acclaim needs to happen. If the Acclaim could go back to being a tag team and we could establish the tag team division, that would be wonderful. I'd be all for Private Party against the Acclaim. But we do not really have an established tag team. I know we're getting a tournament now, but even before Sting and Darby were the tag team champions, it wasn't much of a division. When does the ref decide to start counting? Never! What's up, pal? Hope you're doing well. Or Rapunzel, as I should coin you now. But never is the correct answer. Like, there's no 5 count. There's no, like, you just get in. Like, here we are setting up a Selena Del Sol powerbomb combo from the corner. Quen gets the save. Okay. Rod and Todd out here looking like they're I think Rod and Todd are Canadian, so I almost don't like that comparable, but yeah. Oh, as Quen dragging his partner to the corner. What a bunch of goofs. Lucha Underground was fire 100%. I'm with you. That Continental title is so bland, it doesn't look impressive at all. Good old JR should assist Tony with booking before he retires later this year. Yeah, but we saw it like, that was a weird spot. And we got a suplex. Nicholas kind of rolled out there. It looked like he went down awkwardly there for a second. Are we getting a he effed up chance? The commentators are trying to play it off. I think they're chanting you fucked up. Would a WWE versus UFC crossover feud really do anything? I don't think they're going to play that game, Michael. I think we might see crossover moments like we recently saw, but I don't think you're going to get a whole lot of like how are you going to do it? It's a lose-lose, right? Like it's a tough one. We got to roll up. Oh, that was a deep two. I almost called him Montez. Oops. MJF will be at WrestleMania to help Cody. Love the rumor. Keep that rumor going. I love every time you say that out loud, an AEW fan somewhere starts crying a little and gets really upset at the idea. Okada already used his first AEW check to buy a 2000. There you go. Big moves. The crowd's cheering. How y'all feeling about this match? I admit it. I'm kind of checked out. German suplex on the apron. Facts. Up. Oh, we got him up. Death Valley Driver. 450. Moonsault. Should be over. Of course not. Big save. This match is so bad. Depends who you ask. Did we see Mariah and Tony tonight and Deanna? I don't know. I don't know if anything's been announced or talked about with them. I still think potentially we got a triple threat coming our way, but I have no idea what they're slated for tonight. As Nicholas has the bell. Tony's saying they have anger problems and a low blow. Oh, sorry, Matthew. Nicholas had the bell. Wait a minute. Horrible belt shot, but we got one. Oh, look. Everything is telegraphed, guys. Everything is fucking telegraphed. This match is so bad. German suplex. Matthew gets his foot on the ropes. So the the bad guys cheat, the good guys cheat, and we still don't have a finish to the match. This is better than Raw. They're wrestling. Oh, 1 hour almost and all wrestling. AEW, AEW. I'm waiting to see if there's some sarcasm behind this, my friend. Bam, MJF punches. We got a tag. I'd rather have a really, really good promo than a really, really shitty match. Just saying. Oh, he botched. One of the EVPs slipped. Pulled a hammy. And Excalibur calls it a stutter step. And they don't even know who the legal man is. If that match was in someone's backyard, it would have been fun and entertaining. That match on TV sucked. Private Party just stalled Young Bucks' move. What a move there. Yeah, not bad. As Young Bucks will face the winner of the Undisputed Kingdom and Best Friends. So the Best Friends are going to win that match. That's predictable. What would you do? What would you buy with your first Tony Khan paycheck? I don't put me on the spot. That's kind of funny, Michael. What would everyone out there do with their first Tony paycheck? It's probably a big one. Go get me a Ferrari like Okada. Nah. We're getting we're getting an action figure spot, some Moo energy. All right. Good question. I'm checked out every time the Young Tools are on TV. Jericho can't sing or wrestle. What's up, Stoner Jesus? Hope y'all having a good night. Better be a good show for everybody. It's been a pretty good show. Like, I know I'm kind of giving the Young Bucks shit. It's not my style. It's not my cup of tea. A bunch of random setup moves and everything kind of telegraphed and obvious. That's me being honest and critical. It was not my cup of tea. As I got Don Callis, and they're giving us a package for Takeshita Swerve tonight. Again, if you like that kind of thing, all the power to you. Yes, there was some good moves in there. Yeah, there was a couple good spots. It all lacks emotion. It all lacks give a shit. It all lacks energy for me. 3.5 star match. Oh, it's going to get more than that. Let's be real. Punk. What about Punk? Are you calling me a punk? You talking to me? You talking to me? Solid tag match. It was okay. MJF arriving at the end of Seth vs. Drew match with Punk ringside. Gonna happen. Matthew, I'm all for it. I told you. The guy that rides shotgun with me every fucking show, I'm just dying to see him explode when MJF shows up. I really am. That sounded all types of plausible. But we got Mercedes. Up next, the women's fatal four-way, folks. And if you don't know, We take a prediction on every single match, so get in the chat. Let us know who is going to be the #1 contender for the TBS title, and will anything happen with Mercedes? To me, Mercedes just comes off fake bougie, fake fucking over the top, not worth what you look like you're worth. I don't know. No sarcasm here. This is real wrestling. Oh, so you're enjoying this one. All right. I'll take your word for it. Nah, I'd take that first hour of Raw over the first hour of what we're getting here tonight. So far, if I'm being honest. I was more entertained for Raw. Punk will get sued on Monday after a live interview. Maybe. Fight forever. Let's not. They even botched their finish. There you go.
For life.
Top Flight versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill announced for this Saturday Collision. Yeah, the other side of the bracket. And I got a weird feeling. Is Top Flight going to steal this win from Ricky and Big Bill? What do you think? I kind of feel that. That much was terrible. That match was terrible, if I'm guessing. Can MJF even attend Mania event in the crowd? He could. You couldn't stop him. We saw Matt Hardy in the crowd, bought a ticket, hanging out. And as far as I know, according to public record, he hasn't officially re-signed, which I think is a work. I think that's bullshit. But the rumor is, if he's a free agent, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Here's the problem with bad telegraph and obvious DQ match. Too long. Match was long. Again, when the competitors don't even quite know who the legal man is, you're not telling me a story. You're not making me give a shit. It's just you do a move, then I do a move, then all four of us do a move, and the ref stands there like a fucking asshole. You go into the corner on the floor at the guardrail. The previous match did that. Maybe talk to each other. Don't repeat spots that we just saw. That's my suggestion. Maybe I'm being picky. I don't like the Young Bucks. I think the match was okay. It was not boring. Didn't suck, but I thought it was okay. You ahead of me. It's my Canadian magic. KJ, get tied now. I'm just like, oh, what are you saying? Now people say Cena and Austin are coming. Might as well throw Trish and Hogan too. I said this already, and I loved it because of the truck and Austin and Cena. And now the reports are coming out. It was put there on purpose. It doesn't matter. It's WrestleMania 40. I expect a lot of people there. I expect a lot of alum. I expect a lot of surprises. I expect a lot of big things to happen. This isn't just a typical WrestleMania. It is your 40th anniversary. I expect big things. And I don't think I'm wrong to expect that. Did anyone out there not expect them to go XL, go real big? Oh, by the way, we got Darby Allin and Tony Hawk. I was going to climb Mount Everest for Tony Hawk, and now I can't. I'm sorry, it's not funny. I'm like, but what a dink. 2-0. The Young Bucks win. Yeah, they did. That match was terrible. That match was trash. Man, so many botches in this match. That was not a good at all. Lame. Wow. 0-1. Danny D saying 2-0. Good job, Danny. That match went on way too long. I would buy the official Money in the Belt briefcase, Money in the Bank briefcase. Do it. Then run around and just like randomly cash in on people. I can't climb Mount Everest this year. This man was talking about Everest. Was he ever really going to do it? Or was this the plan the whole time? No, KJ, he broke his foot. Yeah, oops. Tony Khan slipped Jay White at 20. Break his foot. I know you're full of shit. Who was the best? Who has the best tag division? I will say the tag team wrestling in as a whole has been kind of garbage. I think the Triple H is really trying to revive. Oh wait, timeout. We got Jericho. We got Hook. I do me. I'm not clicking on that, but funny. 3 a.m. The main event's going to be Swerve, Strickland, and Takeshita. Should be a banger. I don't know if it's worth staying up for. I just got tired of AEW booking. I started buying my own WWE and AEW figures to build my own dream. Okay, so Jericho's proud of Hook. Shut the fuck up. No. 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 I will teach you how to politic and keep other people down. Chris Jericho, I thought he was going to be his manager, but he just wants to be his mentor. This is so bad. This is so bad. Hey, Taz, there's a man hitting on your child right in front of you. What are you doing? Let's get it. That was fucking awful. KJ, it's weird that WWE is hyping up WrestleMania pay-per-view Vince McMahon created in 1985. Is it weird that WWE is it weird that we're hyping up WrestleMania? I don't think so. It's Hook's stepdad. So yeah, we had a segment back. Here comes Mone, by the way, who's going to be on commentary. Again, I think she looks ridiculous. Yes, Tony Hawk, you heard me correct. I'm going to answer that in a sec. So Jericho basically said, I've never met anybody like Hook, and he wants to mentor him. He can come to him for advice. I legit thought he was like going to officially become his manager, which would have made me puke in my mouth. I don't get this. You know, this is just setting up Jericho to turn on Hook, right? I think. Oh, Jericho's booking is fucked. And that backstage segment was fucking awful. What are we doing? What are we doing? There comes Willow. All right, folks, who are you taking? Yes, Tony Hawk was on. Let me get back to this one. I'll get back to that one too. KJ, will you be live Monday for Bray Wyatt documentary on Peacock? Victor, I debated this. I don't know that we'll be live. We're going to be live for 3 hours for Raw on Monday as well. Still not sure. To be 100% honest, I'll man up and tell everybody I don't know if I can watch it live with y'all and just sit there and blubber like a babbling brook for the whole documentary. I don't know if I can keep my shit together for like watching that live for the first time and reacting to it with you guys. Woo! I don't know if I'm ready, but we've definitely been playing with the idea. The big guy. What's up? What's up? Meltzer gave the Bucks 6 stars. Absolutely. Anna Jay in the ring looking all types of good. Why would the Hardys do another Mania return? Been there, done that. Or do the Marks not remember 33? Yeah, you know what, E-Money? And actually, it's one of the best surprise Mania pops. I'm not clamoring for it. I'm with you. I'm not enjoying this at all. Tony Khan is 3-11 this year. Philip, speaking my language. Yeah, I had him in and about 3-11 as well. There's been 3 really stood out. A lot of it is convoluted. Not a bad show. Like, I'm not hating the show. I'm not bored by the show. The first hour went pretty quick. I didn't like the Bucks match. I don't like Jericho. We'll see what this match has for us. Again, these 4 women, it's a weird fatal 4-way. Stat for the win. Takeshita was the main eventing. Mercedes should turn heel. She is better as a heel than a babyface. She is. I understand why they brought her in as a babyface. Oh, she's here. But, I mean, last week she could have just said whatever she wanted. She wasn't in Boston anymore. Just start cutting into the crowd. You guys should be grateful I'm here. I'm better than everybody. I'm the highest paid woman in this business. Kiss my ass. I'm the CEO. Da, 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 da. I think she's a better heel than babyface. She comes off very disingenuous as a babyface. And we're off and running, literally, as we got Willow and Anna in the ring. And Anna's been working on her game. All that for money and a free agent, and Okada and Mone can't arrive on time. Late motherfuckers. That's the best thing about AEW. Get paid a ton of money and show up when you want. I will say MJF will be the last image ending night 2. Larry, I pray for it. I really do. I really, really want that to happen. I'm trying to channel my inner Drew McIntyre and pray just because of the chaos it would cause. AEW fans everywhere would fall apart. A chunk of them would be like, we never wanted him anyway. Nick's head would explode. I mean, I don't even know at the end of a fucking 2-day marathon that we're going to be doing here if we're going to be able to properly fucking keep our shit together. Yes, she is. Chris Stat for the win. Interesting. Mercedes for the win. She slides in, steals a win, eh? Danny saying, Chris, I like Statlander a lot. I wouldn't mind if she won this. I really think this is going to be Willow. Again, simple-minded booking. Willow wins. Willow might beat Julia Hart. And then, there you go. Mercedes versus Willow for a belt. Willow for the win. Anna for the win. That's wishful thinking. They only bring Anna out to take losses, guys. Oh, we got it broke up, though. It was at 33. The Hardy Pop was so much louder in prison than on the network. Okay. CEO. Yeah, no, one of the biggest pops ever, man. It was huge. All this CEO nonsense is really laughable in the light of the final boss, the board members of TKO. Come on now. Well, it's like, okay, I'm Sasha Banks, but I can't be Sasha Banks. And how close can I get to walk that line and still be kind of me? There you go. You figured it out. As I got Stat, nice shoulder block, taking down Anna Jay. Crowd is quiet. The crowd doesn't know what to do with themselves right now. Willow for the dubs. KJ, what would you do if Miro? What would you do with Miro right now? Use him. Use him. He had, oh shit, Willow pouncing the hell. Botch, I missed it. Thank you, Mega. Sky Blue going for a roll, and we're getting a stare down between. See, this is all, it has nothing to do with any of these women. It's about Mercedes and Willow, which doesn't sell tickets. Nobody fucking cares if she sprained her ankle in Japan. Oh, Willow for the win. Yeah, it looks that way. As we go back to picture-in-picture, folks, I see over 100 people still hanging out with us tonight. Make sure you come back tomorrow. We got TNA Impact, and I will let everyone know. Keep an ear out for the channel. We're changing up some programming. We're trying to come with more content. We've gotten away from other things that we did around here just because WrestleMania season has been so busy. So stay tuned for more. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. Click that little bell. You never know when we're going to pop up. We got our Mania preview show coming your way, which will include Stand and Deliver. We got so much coming up. We got Bloodsport next week on the Thursday. We got our Mania Marathon. We got Dynasty on the horizon. Now we got Double or Nothing. We got so much to get into. So do not miss out. And always remember, you can follow us on all social media. Willow, because Tony's a chump. Facts. That's it. It is silly booking. It is silly booking for my standard. I feel like they should unify the TBS and Women's Championship, Toni Storm or Mercedes. Dale, I've said this for a long time. That TBS title means nothing. I would get rid of it. Your division is not deep enough to have 2 belts. I would get rid of it. I would have 1 belt, 1 champion, and you can have secondary feuds that do not involve a belt. Magic. Punk and MJF feuding over the WHC on Raw would be close to the final nail in AEW's coffin. MJF versus Cody at Mania 41 for the Undisputed title would be the final nail. MJF leaves an undeniable hole in AEW, even his absence right now. Now, I'm convinced that Tony Khan has that man locked in for another 3, 4, 5 years if he was smart. But if he doesn't, And if MJF gets out, we see what the shows just lack what MJF brought to the table. We were always looking forward to those MJF moments. I mean, some of the best friend stuff, or well, not best friend, but me and my buddy with Adam Cole got a little stupid, but that's booking problem, this creativity problem. But MJF not being on this show is a big deal. As we're coming back from picture in picture, all 4 women are down right now. I miss Penelope Ford. The thing about Ford is she's an underrated wrestler. If MJF arrives in WWE, it will spell disaster for AEW. Worst mistake Tony made. Yeah. Again, I don't think it's happening, but if it did. Anna with a super kick on Willow. Running knee by Blue. There goes Willow out of the ring. Oh, Blue. Stat taking it out on Anna and Blue. Mone Wonka for the win. Mercedes overshadows this match, and she is not good on commentary. There you go. I don't think she, again, doesn't. I know, like, my buddy Damien's going to be mad at me for saying it, but I just don't care. What's going on, Gorilla Jack? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Daniel, good to see you. How about covering Ring of Honor and MLW? We'll talk about that. MLW is tricky. We don't want to cover MLW just because the results of their matches, I mean, sometimes their televised shows are literally like 2 to 3 months behind. So there's no point for that. Ring of Honor, we were doing Ring of Honor. There just wasn't a draw. People weren't interested, and it wasn't good. It was AEW dark. It wasn't good. So that's the story behind that. I'm happy that Anna's on my screen. Well, Anna's down. Stat is down. Gut wrench. Blue turns it into a Hurricane Rana. And we got a 2 count. They're showing a lot of tension between Willow and Mercedes. I like how they're building up with that. Oh, Stat with the save. Willow almost gets pinned. I see what they're doing. I just hate that you brought in Mercedes Mone and her first opponent is going to be potentially Willow. I don't agree with that business choice. I don't. I know Edge is bringing back the open challenge for the TNT Championship. I would have Miro come out after him. Oh, yeah, I forgot the Miro question. I thought you were onto something with Miro. I think he's usable. I think he's a talent. Tony Khan really struggles booking big men. Wardlow, Hobbs, Miro. He doesn't know what to do with them. Then tried to throw them all in a meat match. Listen, if I was to bet money, Miro has no interest in being in AEW. But he's happy collecting the paycheck. In reality, though, AEW would still love because of Osprey, but it would be a huge hit. Yeah, listen, don't get me wrong. Osprey's great, but Osprey needs somebody to go against. And that's the problem. If he's going to keep having matches with Shibata and Fletcher, yes, we're getting Danielson. I know, before you yell at me. But you got to maintain it. He has to have compelling opponents. That's why I want Swerve versus Osprey all in. That's my take on it. But MJF's your MVP. Osprey might challenge him for that. But, man, then you don't get Osprey and MJF. That hurts the company, too. Because I think right there is your nice... Oh, big kick from Sky Blue. I think that's the nice rivalry that you could really set up. On the apron, Willow gets Blue up. You're my girl, Blue. Attitude adjustment on the apron. Throwback. Thank you so much for the super chat. Remember, folks, that is your way to guarantee I click on your message. I was at Big Business after Mercedes promo. The air just went out of the building. I felt bad for Wardlow and Joe. The crowd was quiet after it. That again, that's very unfortunate to hear. I mean, you want the crowd to carry, and I just don't know if they're booking things properly. We've talked a lot about how you put your shows together. I still, to this day, think that Mercedes should have been wow. And there it is. And when people say the WWE is predictable, I give you Exhibit A. So Willow with the win. Willow's going to challenge Julia Hart. And here's Julia Hart. What's Mercedes going to roll in and go after Julia? Which women should they call up after Mania? Oh, that's a great question. I like that one. But there's a few really on the cusp. Oh, wait. Mercedes didn't move. Oh, she slowly gets up because, you know, that's how she do. Ford is better than Mone. Listen, in my humble opinion, and you guys can take it for what it's worth, there are several women on the AEW roster that I would pay more money than Sasha Banks. I'm sorry, I would. In reality, AEW, I got that one. There is a huge lackluster on Monet. She's no Sasha. Interesting. So at Dynasty, Julia Hart versus Willow. Now, is that a chance? Like, does Sasha cost Willow the title, and that's a bit of a heel turn for Sasha? Or does she just watch Willow win? And all the stuff that Julia Hart's been doing gets thrown out the window because you signed a shiny new toy and you want to give the Marks what they want. Very interesting. Let me know. Hook's booking has been really disappointing. He could hold the international or TNT title instead. He's just been tag matches and fought Joe once in the main title. Oh, we got Dustin. He's 3-1, going for a title. Let's go. Nice makeup. There you go. Maybe Dustin takes the Edge Open Challenge. Hook should be in Ring of Honor. Hook should be Ring of Honor champion or TV champion. Hook could develop in Ring of Honor. Hook is still a kid amongst men. And Hook versus Joe, Hook versus Wardlow, Hook. Oh, wait a minute. We got the Butcher. My mustache has its own musk. Ew. Ford is better than Monet. Got it. Mercedes may be like Edge with her aura, has her name Sasha Banks and her past rivalries. She doesn't have that anymore. I think that like Sasha to me is a bit different than Edge because Edge was at the final. You know, he's in the twilight of his career. Technically, Monet still got a lot of runway to go in her career. Again, she wants to be the queen. She wants to be the CEO. She wants to be the top of the division. So you sign her, you give her big money, you bring her in, and you put her down in the mid card. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. She should be having back and forth and issues with your top of your top of your top. If you want to put her in there with Deanna, if you want to put her in there with Thunder Rosa, you want to put her in there with Toni Storm, works for me. Her fucking around with Willow doesn't make sense. To me, it's ass backwards. And we got Toni, speaking of the double. Haven't seen much from her as of late. This match has a problem. Fatal four ways have too often. Just spot after spot, not much chemistry. The good ones are really good. The bad ones are obvious. People laying down a lot. I agree with you on that for sure. When CJ came in, that was the perfect time to bring out Miro, Day, and TK blew that. Well, again, and the same thing. And maybe because they were going through a separation, they didn't want to work together. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm all like, I thought they could have done something. The angle they set up there sucked. The Redeemer, the guy mad at his wife, mad at God, mad at everybody. Didn't work. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Miro's just done with wrestling. I don't know what to tell you. Tony only books like he's in the match. Tony books like he wants to keep everybody happy. And Tony only books the people he really, really likes. For example, Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia let Tony come out and do the hip thrust. Daniel got pushed to the moon. It's that simple. He dressed up like Orange Cassidy for Halloween. Book him to the moon. He got to go to Sammy Guevara's wedding. Book him to the moon. That's how Tony rolls. The Bucks make me think I'm cool. They hang out with me and they tell me jokes. They tell me I'm funny. Book them to the moon. It has nothing to do with what they're contributing to the company. It's all how Tony feels about them. Good to see you, Howard. Becky Lynch's contract is up soon. It seems to be no negotiations at the moment. Would she be good addition? Of course she would. She'd be the best in the company. She's not leaving, guys. And the AEW Marks can get all eager and excited at the idea. It's a formality. She's not going to AEW. She's not. She's about to perform in front of 50,000 people in Philadelphia. She just performed in front of 15,000 people last night. She's not leaving. I get it. It's a formality. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to come on here and tell everybody in the world I fucked up. I was wrong. Becky Lynch would be a great fit. But here's the problem. If you bring in Becky Lynch, you're going to piss off Mone. Because Becky Lynch is better than Mone in every aspect of wrestling. I love Julia's entrance. One of the best entrances in wrestling. You're not wrong. Sasha is like young tools, no real charisma. Again, it's all hype. It's all, I said I'm the best, therefore I am the best. I haven't shown you I'm the best. I just tell you I am. Julia playing a role of Blackheart. Willow wins, most obvious, called it. You called it. There you go. There you go. 3-9. I don't know how that happened. Willow wins. Of course she did. I still disagree with KJ. Mercedes is the best women's wrestler in AEW. Whoa, hold me. Wait. No, I didn't say that. You're right. I had to think about it for a second, Damian. I think there's better women in the ring, and I think there's better women on the mic. I think you have both. And I think, I mean, even someone like Statlander who could get pushed and used properly and booked more and doesn't cost fucking whatever million you paid Sasha. Sasha's not that good. And until she proves me wrong, I got nothing to say. I know you like her. I know you love her, Damian. But there are a few women I'd give more money to than Sasha Banks. This is turning into a good match. It was okay. Where's Rio for the run-in? Yeah. 0 out of 10. No Rio. Mercedes may just got that one. Sasha got that one. What am I supposed to be getting out of this? Yikes. What you're supposed to be getting out of this is Willow's going to beat Julia Hart, and then Willow's going to fight Sasha, and then Sasha's going to be your mid-card champion at Double or Nothing. You heard it here first. Mona looks like a teacher. So I got Swerve talking about Joe. Didn't Dustin just face Christian? I don't know. Did he? I can't remember. I'll take your word for it. Sasha Banks, a.k.a. Mercedes, has a lot of charisma. Where, Damian? And that's what I like about her. Swag. What charisma? I don't know, my guy. I think Julia Hart. I think Chris Statlander at times. I even think Willow has a little more charisma than Sasha Banks, to be honest. At least Willow has a pure baby face, getting the crowd into it, clapping her hands, and people are going, oh, yeah, we love her. Yay. Sasha, what is Sasha's charisma? I don't get it. Help me. What am I missing? And we got Jane, which means we get the OC coming out next. This is the problem. Dustin should have retired. Listen, I love Dustin Rhodes, man. Vet, I think he's a Hall of Famer when all is said and done. I wish Tony would just let him go and hang out with his brother. If Tony would trying to have every match be a banger and just focus on more on storylines and promos. If Tony would try to have every match. Well, here's the thing, and this is what we argue. Now, here on this channel, we watch the independent wrestling. We watch as much wrestling as we possibly can. And I've said it before. If you want to just be like the show, like, okay, WWE gave us way too much talking. For those who don't like that side of the business, here's solid matches. But then your matches have to be fucking amazing. No story, just bangers. And that's where I think when I watch Wrestling Revolver or House of Glory or GCW, I'm getting equal to or greater than matches. So I'm not getting any story from Tony Khan right now. And in addition to not getting any story, I'm also not getting great matches. I am getting a spattering, maybe one here, one there, but not a lot of, oh my God, I'll never forget that match. So if you want to go all in, less stories, more bangers, they better be fucking bangers. But in entertainment, in wrestling, in what you're trying to accomplish, the bangers will only get you so far, my guys. Right? To this day, most of us spend more time talking about the angles and how the angles played out than we do about the actual wrestling matches that happened. Mustache has its own musk. Yeah, ew. Wash that shit, my friend. I wonder if Sammy Guevara will ever fit in with AEW men's roster. He's an amazing high flyer, but he's gotten sloppy. No, Sammy Guevara got cocky. It's not, and yes, sloppy. Sloppy because you're overdoing it. It's like playing in traffic. If you want to fucking tap dance in traffic, eventually you're going to get hit by a car. It's just the way it is. So because he always has to be the crazy guy, it only comes in doses. The issue here for me is because he's protected, because he's a Tony Khan guy, he's got away with a lot of shit. He would be a great mid-card champion. He's a high flyer. You put him in matches with other high flyers, it works. But again, the booking's got to complement the athlete. I'm not a fan of Sammy Guevara in the slightest. I really don't care about him much either. Mercedes has no charisma. I think she lacks charisma. To me, she comes off insecure and scared. That's why there's so much glitz and glamour around her. That's why it's the big hair and the glasses, and it's compensating for a lack of confidence. But we're off and running back out to that famous corner as OC's chasing Taven, and we got Bennett taken out. Beretta down. Taking out Beretta. Beretta still needs to turn heel, if you ask my opinion, but nobody's listening to me. Becky not winning at WrestleMania. Rhea's winning at WrestleMania. I agree with that. I think you're accurate. I don't think one has chin up, tits out. I love it. Tony booked like a fan. Looks like an idiot. What is this episode? I have no idea. It's all over the place. He is trying so hard with OC that I could see him being TNT or AEW champion. I think we will have OC as AEW world champion at some point. I do. Beretta. Oh, getting a little pat from Chucky. How come Chucky's not in this match? Can Chucky not wrestle anymore? What happened to Chuck Taylor? Anybody? Somebody let me know out there. What happened with Chucky? Like, technically, the tag team should be Chucky and Beretta, and then OC's kind of the singles guy of the faction. Is Chucky hurt? He's been hurt for fucking ever. Do people sign with Tony Khan just so they can get their fucking medical bills cleared? They were already working together. Miro just wants to collect his check and go home. Pretty much. I think people with wrestling minds or people that have sat down with Tony Khan or, the powers that be and say, this is what I see. I think a lot of those people, Malachi Black, Miro, Ricky Starks, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, they run into the stupidity of the booking, the stupidity of the creativity, and it doesn't work for them. Miro does not want to do jobs to Sammy Guevara. Miro does not want to do jobs to Hook or Darby, and I don't blame him. Priest was in AEW in the very, very, very beginning. Did he make an appearance back then? I don't recall that, Bash, but you might be right. Dark, he was never on Dynamite, was he? That's interesting. Do you think Chris Statlander turns heel on Willow because she could be heelish? I don't know. This whole fucking storyline with Bibbins and are they bad? Are they good? Oh, wow. Pile driver on the apron to Beretta. And we go back to pitcher and pitcher. Listen, the one thing I will say about this show, and I know my buddy Boston said it earlier, we are getting a lot of wrestling. not a lot of talking. And that's fine. It's interesting, but we are getting a lot of wrestling. AEW should never make a new video game. Well, if you're going to do something, do it right. The problem with AEW's video game is because it was so far behind schedule, I think they rushed it out. And again, I think the people making decisions around things like the video game are in a fucking bubble. They don't realize the world at large don't think the way they do. Oh, people are going to love this. It's silly. It's, that we don't need crazy good graphics. We just, throw a bunch of button smashing moves in there. People are going to love this. It's going to be great. No. Especially when you keep running your mouth about competing with the giant. If you want to compete, you got to play ball. You got to do things right. You got to put your best foot forward. You can't half-ass everything. Priest has been WWE since 2018, before AEW was a thing. There you go. Answers my question. I never recalled seeing him. So Julia has no charisma. She never cut a promo live in the ring, but that works for her character. How long was it before The Undertaker cut a promo? Think about it. I'm not comparing the two. I'm just trying to defend Julia because I like her. Dustin Rhodes hanging out with Cody would definitely be the right thing to do. Yeah. And I still think WWE, if they could, run back the brother versus brother. Like, Cody should retire Dustin. Like, Dustin comes to Cody and says, "You're now the world champion. I want one more swing at it. And if you beat me, I'm done. But if I beat you, then I'm champion." And you have this big match, the match that we never really got in WWE, and we got an amazing one. Still one of the best AEW matches ever. Dustin versus Cody. Mercedes has no charisma. They're using Mercedes and Adam Copeland to boost up their mid-card belts, and it feels kind of wrong. They really should be going after holding main belts. We saw this with everybody, Richard. Tony Khan's loyalty to certain people makes him hesitant. You bring in a big star, book him like a big star. Book him like a big star. And I think that Tony is afraid to ruffle feathers sometimes. Even with Punk. Punk was having matches with Lee Moriarty. Made no sense. Now, eventually he got to the title. But Adam Copeland, again, a little bit in his twilight years. If he wants to hold a mid-card belt and help get over some young talent, great, but make it happen. Mercedes, you bring her in and throw a fucking truckload of money at her, she better fucking deliver. And you are not helping her deliver or sell tickets. People aren't going, nobody got out of their fucking chair, went to the computer, and booked fucking tickets because Mercedes and Willow are in a feud. Nobody. I can guarantee that. I think it'd be cool if Dustin could be at Mania supporting his brother. It would be. But again, past rumors is Tony Khan has a whole lot of requests if his talent is to go to WWE. And he's smart to do so. If Dustin finishes with the WWE, he will return as Goldust or return as his new character, Dustin. I think they're going to do the Dustin thing, Rocco, but like the split paint job, but it will be Goldust. Instead of black and red or blue, he'll go back to like half Goldust and still kind of like the cooler paint jobs. I think it will be that kind of Dustin Goldie final run. And listen, Dustin Rhodes is a Hall of Famer, not just for what he did in WWE. He had a great career in WCW. He, going back all the way to Mid-South and shit like that. I mean, Dustin's been around for a long time. He's a Hall of Famer for sure. So I would like him to have one more little, touch of WWE and get the props he deserves. We're back to the match, by the way, and OC on fire. Oh, wait. DDT blocked. Turned it into Stun Dog Millionaire, and down goes Bennett. Gets destroyed by Taven, though. Holy fuck. Where did Taven come from? I wonder if Sammy Guevara will ever... Got that one. Let me slide down. Remember, folks, we got the super chat and super sticker. If I miss something you really want me to read, the super chat is the way to go to make sure I read it. I'm starting to think that Adam Cole being the devil was a bad idea. You fucking think? Richard Martinez. Yeah, buddy. It wasn't done well. So it didn't matter who ended up being the devil. You didn't do it well. And wow. 1, 2, kick out. But if you were going to do Adam Cole's The Devil, fine. But it was all the shit leading up to it. Like, we're friends, but now you're hanging out with other friends. You're making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It got stupid. And even the way they revealed it was dumb. Tony telling people they were going to reveal it on the pay-per-view before they actually did was dumb. Yeah, I don't know. The double storyline went too long, and by the time you wanted to pay it off, two of the key people in the storyline are injured and out. My curiosity is, do they return to that storyline? Chuck has been hurt so long. That's what I feel like. Everybody just signs with AEW, gets hurt, and stays on the shelf forever. Oh, Roddy up on the apron. Chucky pulling him down and eats a punch. Thanks for coming, Chucky. OC slides out. Rod Strong runs by. Tope to Roddy. Kingdom should not be fighting for the AEW tag titles. Facts. 100%. Small Mark, you're not wrong. Oh. Chucky. And Beretta gets the pin. Does that mean the best friends are Ring of Honor champions? No, that doesn't make sense. My bad. That title was not on the line. I'm just being smart ass. Yeah, so Taven and Bennett, who barely wrestle or win, lose to the best friends, who we knew that was going to happen, as they will move on. Now, this is interesting. This is Tony Khan's wet dream. The Young Bucks versus the best friends. Tell me that is not a hot splooshy puddle in fucking Tony's pillow. Tell me it's not. Whoo! All his favorites in one place. And it's only the semifinal. Muffin Top Taylor. I like it. What's up, TK? Tony Hayes. The big guy. TK is a fan of just playing with his real life action figures. That's it. And it shows. It shows because, again, you just file things out there. And we even talked about it before of like, well, Edge came to me and said, can I fight Suzuki? And Tony was like, let me see. Oh, sure enough, here we get Edge and Suzuki, which is great for them. They all get to fucking high five. And oh my God, this is a dream match. But entertainment value was fucking horrendous. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here come the Bucks. If we haven't had enough Bucks yet, here they are. Oh, Scott Rizzo in attendance tonight. Let me go to Discord. All right, let me see what's up. Whew. That is rough. I've been to concerts with local bands that have more people than this. What is the fucking... I'm not looking it up. Anybody know what they're said to have sold tonight? Oh my God. Now listen, Meltzer and Alvarez have talked a lot about people being disappointed, wrestlers being disappointed with the low ratings, with the low ticket sales, low merch sales. It's great if a company says you have 100% of your merch. The merch is yours, but if no one's buying it, fuck. And we go to Kyle. Kyle. At WrestleMania 40, when the Shattered Dreams music hits, epic pop. Oh, for sure. I don't think it'll be at WrestleMania 40, but it would be a good one. Sorry, I'm just listening to Kyle right now, guys. Like his loyalty to Moxley, dude loses like once a year. I think the big problem with that kid is that if you picture Tony Khan, we've seen him at media scrums, we've seen him at doing interviews. If Tony Khan sat down with Jon Moxley and said, "Okay, John, what do you want to do?" And John goes, "I want to bleed. I want to do this. I want to do that." Tony Khan doesn't strike me as the guy that has the balls or the ability to look at Jon Moxley and go, "No." And that's what happens. And then when Tony says, "I want to do this," and Moxley goes, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that." Then Tony's like, "Oh shit, well, we'll find someone else to do it." Apparently that's the same thing with Miro and others who don't want to fucking agree to the creative. The Young Bucks walk in. We're gonna do this. We're gonna dress like tampons. We're gonna cause trouble. We're gonna make Sting's kids bleed. We're gonna, oh, he can't say no, right? Fucking Jericho. Jericho, another example. Oh, I think I'm doing really good. I want to do a feud with Hook. Okay, Jericho, do whatever you want. And if everyone's doing what they want, as my friend Nick always says, WCW, right? And that's what I think. That if you don't have a boss guiding the ship, people might not always love the booking from Triple H right now. But I think I can confidently say they go in with a plan and they stick to their fucking plan. Do they pivot from time to time? I.e., I think they pivoted hard on The Rock, but that's a tough guy to say no to. But it's worked out. But overall, you need a boss to be able to say, no, that's a terrible idea. No, you can't have everything you want. No, you can't bleed every match. No, you can't keep telling the audience to fuck off. No. But when you have a childlike grown man in charge, the inmates run the asylum, and it shows. Partly why I think that Dynamite and Collision don't feel like a good flow to it, right? So broken. Why we get especially with all the repetition and spots. Trent heel turn is true. Not yet, but I've been begging for it. Begging for Trent to turn heel. Ever since he shaved his head, turn heel. Won't do it. I'll approve that, Damien. All right. Got that one. There are people who will never forgive her walkout, and there are people who who don't like AEW, and because of that, they will hate on Sasha moving over. That is true. There are people out there like that. I don't care about her walkout. I think her walkout was arrogant. It was twice. And again, she had her reasons. It is what it is. Fine. But I do think she values herself. And I mean, if anyone's going to value you, you might as well value yourself. As we go to Edge, talking about winning the TNT title. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's going to be people that hate it no matter what. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Sasha Banks is standing, in a ring or at ringside in front of a few hundred people or a couple thousand people because the guy was willing to give her money and let her work wherever she wanted to work. It's interesting to me. Doesn't match up. My criticism of Sasha Banks goes deeper than just her decisions. I want her to prove me wrong. I really do. TK only wants his guys to win championships. Facts. TK has got to adopt you. He's got way too much roster. Too much roster is idle. Too much roster is not being used. I've seen Nick Wayne's mom more than I've seen half the roster. It's fucked up. Tough question, KJ. Do you think there's a chance we could see Asuka versus Bull Nakano if Bull could have another match? I don't know if Bull could do it. I don't know. I think it'd be great, like as a send-off kind of match, yeah. Sorry, we're getting the end of last week's terrible ending to that last I Quit match. Yeah, if they could do it. I mean, we saw Shinsuke, go and take on. Why did his name just escape my head? I know it. I can see it. Goldust is the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. There you go, Easy Bake. It'll come back to me. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, I think that if you could do it, FTR is going to take on the Infantry Saturday, by the way. What was that blinking? Big Bill and Ricky Starks taking on Top Flight. I got a weird feeling. What is that blinking shit? There you go. Tony says to Mox, hold on. Let me get my sock. So 3,400 tickets distributed. All right. I'm curious when Scott took that picture. Scott, if you can hear me, I'm curious. When did you take the picture? Because that looks empty as shit. That does not look like 3,000 people. But up next, wow, we've made it already. The main event. The Dapper Yapper. But are you ready, folks? I will take a prediction. Remember, we take a rating out of 10 at the end of every show. So get in that chat. Let us know how you're feeling about Dynamite. Let us know how you're feeling about the show. Let us know how you're feeling about anything you want to let us feel. Anything you want to let us know about as Swerve Strickland coming out to the ring. From Prince Nana. I swerve when I drive. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Way to kill. We all have one. Not really. 12% chance best friends beat the Bucks. 12. Yeah, no, the Bucks are going. The Bucks are going. Undisputed Kingdom done. And I wonder if Big Bill and Ricky Starks make the final and they take on the Young Bucks so the Young Bucks can say they beat the former champions in addition to winning. I'm positive. Until I'm proven wrong, the Young Bucks are winning this fucking tournament. Wasn't Wardlow supposed to help the Undisputed Kingdom win today? Didn't Cole tease that? No Wardlow. Again, you have a faction and fractured faction. All right? And then they take a loss. That's, that's your heel faction, your top heel faction, and they lose again. Wardlow lost to Joe. They lose tonight. No assistance, no cheating. Well, I mean, Roddy got involved, but didn't help. How are we supposed to take Undisputed Kingdom seriously if they are just jobbers other than Roddy? Facts. Yeah, long but done. But here comes Takeshita. My final is Young Bucks versus FTR. That's almost fucking worse. The Young Bucks go over FTR to prove a point. And the FTR is such company guys. Dax, for all the shit talking he did, it's just another company guy taking his paycheck. AW t-shirt designs look like bad art student designs them. Funny when you don't have a team doing it for you. Good to see you, Unbroken, by the way. I'd like to see Kyle break away from the Undisputed faction. He'll be fine on his own. Wardlow is now the bitch again. Too bad. Yeah, poor Wardlow. Poor Wardlow. I want to see Wardlow versus Obafemi. But here we go. We're kicking it off. Swerve and Takeshita with the handshake. A tentative handshake, an apprehensive handshake. AEW couldn't fill 40% of the building. That's the question. Again, for all the people who are like, this is the best shit ever, then prove it. Sell out buildings. Sell more tickets. Why are people no longer coming to your shows? And it's not like, well, they're new. They're new, KJ. They're only 5 years old. They're doing their best. But people used to have better crowds, better audience, better ratings before. So what's changing? Why did you lose fans? That's the question. What happened? KJ, name 5 of the most beautiful AEW wrestlers. Go. The 5 most beautiful? Anna J. I don't even like this drill. Anna J. Julia Hart. Sky Blue. Fuck, who else did I miss? Someone help me out here. Who's missing on that list? Kenny Omega. No, I'm just fucking with you. Kyle O'Reilly doesn't look right to me. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, he's taken a long journey to get back. He has looked, I really hate to say this out loud, guys, but does he look a little strung out? Just KJ, is everyone with a shaved head bad? Like, that's like half the world. Where did that even come from? I don't think. No, I'm no, not necessarily. I mean, it looks bad if somebody puts a scar down the side of your head so you look like a penis. That's a bit of a problem. I went on Cage Match. Damian Priest didn't only in Ring of Honor. Yeah, I never thought he made it to AEW. Where did the infantry come from? They had been hanging around AEW Dark and Ring of Honor, and all of a sudden, here they are. Tony got a fucking chubby for them, and they getting booked. As we go to Joe in the back. Joe. Is Shibata in BCC now? No, not to my knowledge. There you go. Kyle feels like he's on a different level. On the different level. Well, how do you mean? What's up, Joe? Swerve Strickland for the win. Yeah, let me know. Who you taking? I don't remember them at all. Is Dynasty on April 21st on purpose after Vitamin Day? Yeah, and RVD will be on Collision that Saturday. And we'll be here for TNA and Collision that week. That weekend coming up, packed of wrestling. So we're good to go. It'll be a 420 festivity around here. Swerve for the win. I got that one. Yeah, I'm all ears, folks. Red Velvet's underrated. I like Red Velvet. She's spunky. At the start of Dynamite during Will Ospreay's entrance. Okay. That's a small crowd, man. That's not 3,000 people. The Righteous, Lance Archer, and Shibata BCC Saturday on Collision. Oh, okay. Oh, neck breaker over the middle rope. Crowd quiet. Everyone's just kind of like, ugh. Swerve should already be #1 contender. Yeah, it shouldn't be in question. It should have been him from the beginning. Swerve wearing a chinchilla coat. I like it. Kiera Hogan is underrated. I love Kiera Hogan, man. You brought her over from TNA, former knockout champion, former knockout tag team champion. You could be doing great things with Kiera Hogan. She had a good rivalry with Athena. I think Athena could help the women's division on AEW, not just buried below. Who was reigning in Jon Moxley? Who was reigning in Jon Moxley in WWE since, was it Vince or Paul? Vince. It was Vince time. And one of the biggest issues were, to Moxley's credit, I mean, they had a lot of really fucking bad ideas. We all remember him with like the gas mask and the flower, and there was some bad shit there for Moxley. And I understand why Moxley wanted out, why Moxley did not want to re-sign. I don't fault him for that. But again, you still had handlers and producers and guys like Vince that were like, no, you can't, because you see what happens when you let Moxley off the chain. So Moxley thinks you're killing his creative freedom. Now we get Moxley unleashed, and it's fucking brutal. Glad you didn't say Nick's mom. I think my buddy would get mad at me. Or do you mean Nick Wayne? Nick Wayne? All right, fair enough. Taya, I love Taya. Thank you. I almost missed Taya. We never see her. Harley Cameron, Mariah May. All right. Why is this a match? I don't know. Nobody cares. The crowd is completely fucking quiet right now, guys. What about Wardlow versus Hammerstone? Who you taking? Oh, Hammerstone's a better wrestler. Also a big guy. So I take Hammerstone. As we go to picture in picture, you can hear a fucking pin drop in Quebec right now. And maybe anybody out there got their TV louder than I got mine. Let me know if I'm wrong. Should be a good match. I was looking forward to this match more than any other match tonight. A bit of a slow start. We'll see how the next 10 minutes go here. All right, me. Oh, I forgot Tony. I love Tony. All right. So Tony, that's my 5 now. I got 5. We're good. Thank you. I forgot Tony. I don't know what's up with Ortiz. I thought he came back from injury. And then him and Santana broke up. Then they kind of flirted with maybe they'd have a big rivalry. It never came to fruition or mattered. Now Santana's gone and Ortiz is lost in the ether. Ortiz is another wrestler. And I saw some of the interview with Chris Van Vliet of the fact that Santana and Ortiz were not world tag team champions within a year of being in that company is a fucking insult and a tragedy and a missed opportunity by Tony Khan. Athena and Nia Jax is a team. Let's go. Like they're watching ballet. Yeah, it's very just like, where's the energy? I wish Shinsuke and Takeshita were both in WWE at the same time. They are real life friends, and I could see a master-student storyline theme. Works for me. I'm a big fan of Takeshita. I think he's got a bright future. He's a guy that maybe when his contract's coming up in a couple of years, does he eyeball going over to NXT and taking his career to the next level? Maybe. I don't know. Again, it's really hard to turn down like if WWE's offering you okay money and Tony's offering you stupid money, it's a tough spot. I mean, I don't fault anybody for getting theirs and for doing what they have to do. So yeah, it's tough to say. Glad that Red Velvet and Kira Hogan was well read of being in Cargill's shadow. Well, I mean, they've been irrelevant since the shadow went away, though. That's the dilemma, is the baddies never became anything. Is Red Velvet healthy, or is she injured again? I know she was injured. She came back. She's lost in the ether. Kira Hogan, I have no idea what the fuck's going on with her. Was Mox flower and getting a job reining him in? Was Mox's flower? I get, yeah, I'll take that. Richard, I like that. I'm looking forward to Athena versus Akira Shida and Eddie Kingston versus Mark Briscoe. Queen Aminata and Billy Starks are all very good matches. Super Card of Honor next Friday will be part of our mega stream. So the Mania Go Home show, Super Card of Honor, a TNA show, I think. There's a bunch. There are a bunch. Rampage probably on. So we got another forearm exchange. The crowd is acting so quiet in this main event. They don't care. Appreciate it. Always, John. Swerve should be AEW champion. He will be. He has to be. He's one of your most popular guys. And in a business where you need the crowd interacting, the Swerve When I Drive works so well. And Swerve, to me, Swerve wins this belt sooner than fucking later. And I would build up Swerve versus Osprey all in one of the best pay-per-view main events we've ever gotten from AEW. That's what I want. That's what I think works. That's what I think is your biggest draw. I think you could really sell people, even non-AEW fans, of you have to see Swerve and Osprey in Wembley. Got to see it for the belt. A minute ago, TK announced it's a #1 contenders match. Yeah, this was kind of rumored and whispered about earlier. Yeah. So, again, the ranking system seems odd. I know TK has his reasoning behind it. Oh, wait a minute. Swerve playing the shoulder. Takeshita lays him out. I thought I can't read that. I'm in Canada. You'll get me shut down. We have different rules here. We're not allowed to say whatever we want. But I love it. Fuck him. Jamie Hayter needs to come back. Again, another lady that's been on the shelf for a long time. Britt Baker's been MIA for over a year. It's crazy shit. I can hear an audience. Matches are great, but there's just no build. Guinevere, I agree. I struggle with this. I want to care about this match. I do. I love both guys in this match. Even earlier stuff. And the stuff that I don't really love is getting a bit of a build. The Young Bucks getting billed as the potential tag team champions. Not really stirring my drink very well. But a good match. The fans are just very quiet. And again, remember, Swerve's kind of been a heel, hasn't really committed to being a babyface. Takeshita's been a heel. But Big Hilo, up and over. Ortiz has hurt feelings. That's about it. I'm with you. I'm with you, my guy. Most beautiful in AEW. Anna J, Tony Storm, Julia. I'll take your word for it. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, my friends. Takeshita is loved by the IWC, but his booking with Callis family has been awful. Get rid of the Callis family. Get rid of the family. Make it Takeshita and Dawn. That's all you need. Focus on Takeshita and Dawn. Dawn does the talking. Dawn should be at ringside, not on commentary. And Dawn should be causing Takeshita to cheat to win. Have like little advantages, distractions. That's Dawn's job. And if you just let him go on a winning streak where he's decimating baby faces, you have a star in the making. The booking up and down, the 50-50 booking them in the wrong spots. Again, you listen to the crowd, guys. This isn't my opinion. And you all want to blame the Canadians in Quebec that, they just didn't get it. No, they just weren't impressed. Oh, huge DDT, though. Listening to some Nick Nemeth interviews, WWE backstage staff hated Dolph and would nitpick all his matches. They'd get in trouble for looking too good or overshadowing lower talent. I mean, I could see that being a case. In his role, yeah, at times. Do I agree with it? Totally no. But if you're there to put on a new kid and then you amp it up and maybe not doing the best thing you're doing, right? You don't want to be a Jericho that just goes out there and tries to get himself over and buries both himself and his opponent. Swerve off the top, and the crowd who was silent went from silent to this is awesome. The fuck? Why do the Young Bucks keep winning the title? TK's favorite. Oh, no. I mean, again, there's a reason for that. Kyle. This crowd is done. Well, they woke up for a second. This is awesome. Back. I think the crowd went to sleep. Might have. Tony, what is Otis doing in AEW? Pourquoi? Blue Thunder Bomb. Unbroken translation. It's shit. Yeah, that's what he said. How long has the audience been there? 4 hours? I had Scott. Where's our buddy Scott? Will Swerve ever get a title? Gordon, I do think so. He needs it. Damn, nice bar you have, KJ. Thank you. Thank you. I just this is one of the new sets here because everything changed from AEW. So thank you. Cheers. Well, actually, cheers. There we go. The rest in peace crowd. They're waking up. They're waking up a little here. KJ, I heard like 5 in the audience chant. Yeah, no, I caught that. Mone CEO entrance chant is the worst. It feels so like fucking like they're trying to brainwash the crowd. Like if we put it directly in the entrance song, they'll have no choice but to fucking chant it. And I think Nick's onto something that they might be setting up the CEO versus the DMD. CEO, DMD, CEO, DMD. I don't know. I don't like it. Last week, you could tell it was piped in because it just stopped on a dime. But, hey, got that one 3 times, I think. Ortiz was at Ethan Page's show on Saturday in Hamilton, Ontario, my neighborhood. Thank you. He did commentary and the referee a match. There you go. So another guy just getting paid good money to go do whatever he wants. Thank you, Tony Khan. Is Moxley injured? Can't be on a holiday because Renee's still there. I have not heard any reports of Moxley being legitimately injured. Swerve coming down on Takeshita. Woo! Everybody has, Howard. We're setting up the stomp, the coup de grace. Takeshita comes to his feet, turns it into a power bomb. Looking up and over. Oh, down goes Swerve. And the chop to the back. Rude. Oh, into a roll up. This match picking up nicely. And the wheelbarrow looks ugly. Tried a wheelbarrow suplex. Didn't quite go well. Running knee, though. And we got a 2. We got a 2. We got a 2. Jim Cornette is right about Mercedes. They already fell flat on her. You got to make a fucking impact. You got to make a boom. You got to more than come out and just, I'm happy to be here. I'm so happy. I'm going to wrestle. We're going to go global. When you talk in bullshit, people see through your bullshit. It has fallen flat. Anybody out there think that the 3 weeks of Sasha Banks on this show has been in any way, shape, or form outstanding? I'm curious. Yeah, he's not doing so well, is he, Gordon? Cooking with cows is awful. Takeshita's moment has disappeared since beating Omega twice. Yeah, you think that would have parlayed into something? And now we're going down. Takeshita moves. Good. I like when people move. I don't like the sit up coup de grace. If you can see man's coming, even if you're like dozed, you can roll. You can, if you see it coming, lay flat, take it. Swerve to the top. Big stomp. Damn, even Swerve can't save. And he kicked out. He kicked out. All right. It's almost like the crowd are stoned. It's possible. It's possible. Robert saying this is awesome. It's okay. Maybe I'm just hard to impress. I don't know. Like, it's a good match. Wow, huge stomp. That was beautiful. The Swerve stomp from standing. Oh! Big pressure. It's over. Kick out at 2. I like these two men. There's no story between those two, though. And it just randomly became a fucking, Oh, Tony just said, if that's not a 5-star match, I've never seen one. Shut up, Tony. That was fucking brutal. Is poutine served in that building tonight? There is a very good chance there's poutine being served there tonight. 100%. Like most places here. You name the fast food place, they all have a poutine. Swerve is trying his best to save this main event. He did all right. He got it there. I mean, it was a good match. 5 stars? Fuck no. And we got Joe. We're getting a contract signing next week. Joe and Swerve. This needs to end soon, and the overrun not going to save this match. Yeah, we're in the overrun, and we're getting a backstage with Renee. Like, that's how we're going to go off the air. You're wrong. Who's wrong? And what about? Because that's something, you can't be talking to me. I don't do that. Yeah. Every week I see the same spots in AEW, sometimes in multiple matches on the same show. They don't protect moves. Facts. So Swerve versus Joe at Dynasty, and my money is on Swerve. Mercedes Moné's theme song is the best theme song that she has had in a very long time. It sucks, Damien. I mean, I'm a big fan of you. That song sucks. Sucks. If TK, now the show has come to an end. I will take a rating out of 10 for everybody watching. I see about 107 people here right now. So I want to see 100 numbers. Even if you're shy, you can give us some numbers. If TK was smart, he should pay the WWE to use the boss entrance just to remix it and make it fresh. They could have come up with something. Get Snoop on a track. Like, you want to impress me? Give me something. Give me something. Is Omega done? I think Omega is a good example of a guy. I know he's been banged up. I know he wrestles hard, but he's getting paid a lot of money to not wrestle. And I think he's okay with that. That's my opinion. I think there's a lot of wrestlers out there that are nursing injuries because it's just easier to collect the paycheck. I do. Callis looks like the only cooking he does is with a microwave and a fondue pot. TK must have had, I'll get back to that after. TK must have had access to his premium. I'm not reading that. I don't know why I clicked on it. Come on, that should, there you go. Match don't really mean much. Well, it was a number 1 contenders match. They just didn't sell us on it. Mone never should have mentioned her ultimate plan, and going back to the WWE, she lost me there. A very interesting comment for her to make. Again, if you were going to make her a heel, great thing to do. Bring her in, and she's like, I don't even want to be here. And give her an attitude, works. But you walk in and tell everybody, this was the only place I wanted to be. This is the only place that this could go global, but I'm leaving it as soon as I get my checks cashed. Hogan is in Ring of Honor, is huge. Ring of Honor is huge on women, on Hugh. Yeah, we're about to crown the first ever women's TV champion for a show that doesn't have TV. This show sucks. I'll take it. What are your ratings? Let's go. I know I'm rambling at this point. 6.34 out of 10. They got 5 points for not having anyone go through glass. Facts. There you go. 7 out of 10. I say Raw was better, even if it was considered a promo show. It was. I agree with you. 6. Interesting. Thank you. 8.5, 7.1, 5.5 says Larry. 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 from Uncle Howdy. Welcome. Big fan. 6.2, 3 good matches. The middle was meh. Well, we knew we had the opportunity to bookend some stuff. That was a solid Dynamite. Some good matches. 7.25. I enjoyed it. Danny, I'm close. I'm close to that. 6. Mercedes Mone made it. She sings her theme song. It sucks. I don't care who sings it. It sucks. CEO. It feels like Spirit Squad. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 10 out of 10 says Howard. Big number. Oh, 7. The song sucks. Come on now. 7.5. Robert, I appreciate that number from you, sir. 6, 5. Good night. Swerve Strickland wins. No collision for WrestleMania weekend next weekend, but it's back this weekend. I didn't know that they were not going to do a collision. We won't be here for it, but I'm a little surprised. 5.5 Monets out of 10 Storms. Very little Tony Storm on the show tonight. 7.1. No Jericho match to bring down the show. Facts. That Jericho segment was fucking stupid, by the way, just real quick. I have a big issue. Like Jericho says, next week I have a proposition for you. So a week later on that bullshit cliffhanger, it was, hey, can I give you advice sometimes? What? I'm not your manager. I'm not your coach. I've never done that, but I can give you some tips because you're cool. The fuck was that? Why did you make us wait a week for that? Why did that come with a cliffhanger? The fuck are we doing, Jericho? God, you kill me. 7 out of 10. I say Rob was better. I'll address that real quick. 3 out of 10. It was bad. Wow. 0 out of 10. No Trish. I don't think she could have saved it. Fuck. The show was bad enough. It was only getting a 5 if Trish did show up. 2-1. 48 seconds left. Go Tampa. 5 out of 10. 6.35 out of 10 sewing pins. Okay. 7 out of 10. If Red Velvet, Rio, and Kira had more body mass, their wins would be more believable to me. Fact. Absolutely. 10 out of 10. Symphony liked it. Ooh. Tonight should have been called Roadblock. 5 says K Diggs. 5. Her theme song sounds like a bad anime theme. 3 from 1. Yes, there is a collision this Saturday. No, I know there's a collision this Saturday. Are they doing one next Saturday? Mercedes Mone theme really sucks. There you go. Someone agrees with me. I'm sorry, Damien. It just does. They're doing Collision Mania Saturday after 11:30 after college basketball coverage. Good. 100% disagree. Mercedes Mone theme song is perfect for her character. Yeah, it's perfect for her character. Fake, obnoxious, and over the top. They need more engaging segments, though. That would be one of my only gripes. Facts. Kucherov, 124 weight, killing it. 6.75. AEW or WWE, explain why. No Tony or Mariah May tonight. We did get Tony for a hot minute. They need to start building that Thunder Rosa feud. I still think it's going to be a triple threat. But the TBS title, because Sasha Banks was more prominent on the show than the world title, that's a fucking issue. Tony should have been called. Tonight should be called Roadblock at that one. So here's my take. Tonight, I would give it. Listen, I don't care what anyone says. Moment to moment, Raw was way more enjoyable than what we got tonight. And people are going to say, well, it was all promos and talking. No. See, that's not totally accurate. We got a good amount of matches. And they backloaded the matches. We got more matches in the back half than we got in the front half. The front half, we're building for a pay-per-view. And it's the difference for me. It was interesting. It was compelling. It was exciting. A lot of people raved about Raw, and it killed. It really did kill. Tonight, matches, again, with no angles, with no story, with no audience participation, without the crowd losing their mind, without the energy to the things you're doing. It doesn't have a feel to it. Comes off flat. That main event was flat as fuck. It really was. Yeah, randomly the crowd's like, this is awesome. In the middle of it, like, did they like hit a switch and prompt that? I don't even know where the fuck it came from. The Fatal 4-Way was okay. The Jericho stuff sucked. The Young Bucks stuff I don't care about. The opening match was my favorite part of the show, I think. I really do. No real big promos that I was like, oh, that was cool. Yeah, outside of the opening match, I didn't love a lot tonight. I'm going to go 6.5 on tonight's show. Outside of the obvious that I just mentioned, there wasn't a lot for me to dig my teeth into. People are going to say, listen, just because you're giving us more matches per minute doesn't impress me. If you're going to give me matches I give a fuck about, and give me matches that deliver. You can't just put people in the ring and because they did some spots. Like, people are going to say that Young Bucks match was amazing. It wasn't. It was predictable. It looked like practice. It looked like, hey, now you do a move. I want good wrestling. If you're going to be the company known for wrestling, I want good wrestling. Not just the fact that you took two guys I like and put them in the ring together. That's not enough. That's not enough for the live crowd. That's not enough to sell tickets. That's not enough for ratings. It's not enough. It's not enough. And tonight proved it. I think someone said it earlier. Tony's like 3-11 in 2024. AEW Dynamite has not been consistent in 2024. We've had a couple really good matches on Dynamite, but for the more than times than not, AEW Dynamite has been a weak show in 2024. And I'd happily argue with any fucking schmark that doesn't want to agree with that. It has not been strong. It needs to be better. The booking needs to be better. The stories need to be better. The characters need to be stronger. And I'm sorry, you got to stop booking your Ring of Honor talent on your AEW show. They take up way too much space. Nobody has any rhyme or reason. Your top heels are getting beat left, right, and center. Your fucking mid-card baby faces don't have any jam. They got work to do. They really got work to do. And the company that they think they're competing with is cooking. Sorry, Rock. Cody Rhodes will finish the story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make last call on the chat here tonight. A fun show. I thank everybody for joining me here on Wednesday, Hump Day. We're back at it tomorrow, Friday, Junior. Yeah, Thursday night. We will be here for Impact. It's going to be a fun one. Strap in, strap on, all that good stuff. Make sure you hit all the links below. Be like Scott. Go get yourself a T-shirt or a hoodie or a tank top or a crop top or whatever the fuck we got on that store. There's tons of shirts. I don't want to be around The Rock when you get his Starbucks. Yeah, no shit, eh? Seth Rollins won't turn on Cody Rhodes. People are talking about Jay and Cody, even the interaction between Jay and Seth. I love that. Again, you see the difference between the two companies. One is playing chess, one is playing checkers. Could Jay be a weak link? Could Seth turn on Cody? Could Seth align with the bloodline? Are Roman and Rock going to get in fights? Here, there's none of that. It's okay. Swerve beat Takeshita in a pretty good match. And now Swerve's going to fight Joe in a pretty good match. Again, it's rudimentary, it's basic, it's simple. And again, for some people out there, simple is all they need. It just doesn't work. It's not selling tickets. It's not moving the needle. TNA tomorrow at the ECW Arena. See y'all then. MCMG versus the System. It's going to be a fun one. We will be here. The Chapeau that runs the show and Nick will be with you guys tomorrow night. No, you turn that sumbitch sideways. I said almond milk, you jabroni. Why does he look like he drinks almond milk for sure? I want to watch Wrestling Revolver on the side of TNA. Revolver will be kicking around. Not sure how much we're going to pay attention to it tomorrow night. Looked at the card. It is what it is. Decent show. But yeah, Damien, just keep bugging the people who are on live about it. I'm watching both Wrestling Revolver and TNA. Establish that. Have you seen people complaining about the WWE Speed title that the women need a mid-card more? People can fuck right off, man. Like, just embrace it. Like, it's nothing. Because we're getting a Speed title, which is fucking weird to say, does not mean we're not going to get a women's mid-card title. People just be happy. Enjoy the fucking wrestling. I enjoyed tonight's show, even though there was things I would do better or change. But there were parts of that show I enjoyed. I don't criticize it because I hate it. I criticize it because I want it to be better. And that's like everything else. People are fucked. You announce the Hall of Fame, nobody likes the Hall of Fame. You announce Speed, nobody wants Speed. Pause. Not even pause. That's just to hit the brakes. Another good show. See ya. Good night. Good night. Good night. I like almond milk. I like almond milk. I'm not going to lie. Live chat, 10 out of 10 as always. 10 out of 10,000. We didn't do very good. We got a very low percentage there, Symphony. Speed title is dumb. It's like people can't concentrate for more than 30 seconds. It is dumb, but it's like a little side fucking Twitter thing. So it's not worth the time. It's just something fun to do. Again, another chance for people to kind of like, if you're scrolling through and it pops up on your suggested shit, and maybe, what's this? I don't care, guys. WWE Speed title will be the next 24. Fair enough. Becky even said WWE needs less titles and more stories for the women. Hey, listen, there's no company booking the women like WWE right now. So I appreciate Becky's sentiment, but no other company is booking their women in multiple places the way WWE is, all the way down to NXT. So maybe they do need more, but they got more than everybody else. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tap out. Yeah, no kidding. But thank you for being here. Like I said, check all the links below. We are back all week long. Be a friend, tell a friend. And until tomorrow, we'll see you on the flip side. Have a good night.